We rolling, Cam?
Of
Course.
The truck pulls up.
Of course.
Wait, do we have? Oh, okay. Well, then what is this wine I've been drinking?
Alcoholism. That's what it
I
is.
got sent something.
They just got you getting drunk for nothing.
So DC, you ain't gonna be here next week?
No, next week. No.
Oh, y'all hearing it here first. He abandoning y'all again.
I can't. Can you turn my
Another
headphones
week.
up?
If we were to shoot Wednesday, I would make it.
Oh,
But
if
I
we
know
were
we
shooting
can't.
Wednesday, you know we
You
ain't
jump a little
shooting
more?
Wednesday, man. Where you going?
I gotta go get my gun
Thank you.
thing.
Man, you can get your gun thing.
And
Wednesday.
I've been waiting on this test for damn near 2 years.
Did
bro.
you keep
What
failing
test?
it or something?
No, it's just hard to get.
Wait, what you get?
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
I will tell you off camera.
You about to
Oh.
say a tank
test?
a rocket launcher.
I'll
Get
tell
a
you
sniper
later.
rifle?
Nah, just in case somebody run up on me.
Oh, you talking about a carry permit?
Yeah. Get,
Oh,
get my
okay.
little concealed joint.
Yeah.
Hopefully, shoot. Hopefully, if I pass the test.
Right. Do we come back next
I went
week?
and shot with Chaz.
Yeah.
Chaz got me right. I think he got me ready one day.
Yeah, man.
Was the test hard?
I ain't took it yet.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
you
gonna have
gotta
to
go
do
take it.
right. Whatever I'm gonna do right hand, I gotta do with the left hand too.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why you was doing that.
Right.
Oh, you gotta do all that.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Why you
like-
gotta do it in the bay?
You gotta be John Wick.
Because it's hard. It's extremely hard to get your concealed in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No
No one usually gets.
No one usually
approved.
gets it. You have a better chance if you're local, going back to your local place getting it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
by the
thought it
end of
was
the
like-
day, DC was hitting 25 yards away on that steal, though.
Yeah, bro, man, Chaz.
Yeah, but
you-
shouldn't it be
Chaz
like
is a shooter?
like
Oh,
multiple
man.
choice or like moral things? Like if you get in an accident,
Well,
or
that's
something,
like
would you
that's
pull
the first
gun?
that's the first 6 hours of the class where they're talking to you about like what to do, what not to do, control your temper, all that stuff. But that last hour is
It's
shoot
when it
my
gets
bang,
goofy.
bang.
Shoot with both hands.
Yeah.
Go behind the back.
John
Let's see
Wick.
if you can tuck
All right,
and
so
roll.
the pressure's on,
Yeah.
right? They're gonna put you in real life scenarios.
Right.
We at the club, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna bump into you.
You just got the shoe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All white. He
Yeah.
steps on it.
You pour a drink on your
You
shoe
gotta control yourself.
and slap your girl. And they give you the whole dramatization.
Spits in your face.
Yeah.
I walk away.
Killed your
shooting
puppy.
him. You spits in my face, I'm shooting him.
They killed your puppy that your dead wife left for you.
But that's the thing about it.
What you
Nothing,
finna do?
it's nothing that somebody can do unless your life feels threatened to where you can actually pull out or whatever.
I agree.
Shoot.
I agree.
I mean,
Like,
that's how
they-
we feel.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not how the police feel.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Police field, man.
That's
As soon as
what
I
we
pulled
feel.
up, I pulled out.
But spitting on my face, that would be the one where I'm like, oh.
Can you
yeah.
pistol whip? Is that fair?
I think
You
can
can't
pistol whip.
brandish your weapon.
Oh, you can't.
That's
Oh, yeah.
illegal.
All right.
Unless you're going to kill.
I'm glad you came up with that because DC was like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pistol
left-handed
whip the shit
and
out of
right-handed.
I ain't took the class yet.
people. Nah,
That
you're not
class is
supposed
gonna
to-
be long.
Long as hell.
Hella long.
From 9 to like 6 p.m.
That's a full work shift.
That's a
Yeah.
school
Do
day.
you have your conceal, Chaz?
I do not. I haven't even tried because it's
Oh.
hard to get it. So, one day we'll see.
I'm just gonna have it to have it. I'm not gonna be carrying all the time. No.
Yeah,
Not one
you
of
are.
them.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I'm not.
You gonna have it
You
to
gonna
match
have
your
that little
shoes?
holster right here, that Danny Glover.
I'm gonna have it on the
leather
table
holster.
doing daddy
Every
issues.
episode.
What's going on, y'all? So listen,
It's always close by, but it's just hard to keep it on you, man.
Yeah. And
I always look at people when they carry guns, like in movies and stuff, and they tuck it into their pants. I'm like, how do y'all walk around
Or behind
like
them.
that?
Right.
Yeah, it's just be like I feel like I'm too fumbly. Like the gun to slide down my pants and be like right here when I walk in McDonald's. I'm like, was that a gun down there? Nah, let me get the
Where's your egg?
egg
McMuffin?
white McMuffin.
Well, the fear of what's his name, Plexico Burris. That always, I always
Oh,
used
yeah.
to think about that.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
throwing it in my pocket with my cell phone.
right.
No.
Just out here, gun in pocket.
He shot himself and got in trouble.
Right.
He was at the club though.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
He-
That's when
somebody,
3X Sweats was in.
Somebody could have got shot in the hips that night.
And he shouldn't have it in there.
Very
Mm.
true. Yeah.
And New York gun
And
laws.
New York
are
is strict.
up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They strict on everything. Like it was a comic I was working one time and he wanted to smoke.
Mm.
And we was in San Jose and he just had it out and the staff was coming in and out, blah blah. He was like, I could never do this in New York.
Mm.
He was like, y'all free out here. Like he was talking like he was a slave. He was like, y'all can do whatever y'all
Y'all
want.
free. New York ain't playing.
Why New York so tight like that, Greg?
Because we did it all already, and
Yeah, y'all started off with
we
the
got
mobsters and
reckless
stuff,
with
yeah.
it, and they're like, "Nah, we gonna give you time for each bullet. We gonna
Damn.
you forget
Each
40
bullet in the clip?
42nd Street before it was Disney. That's where all the prostitutes, all the dirt went down. They had to clean that up.
Wait, you get time for each bullet in the clip?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah, time for the gun, and then each bullet.
Damn.
Whoa.
It was the wild west in New York
When they changed that in the 80s?
after I guess the big crack epidemic slowed down.
Crack.
So.
Changed so many
No
things.
crack.
Crack
Did a lot of.
Oh, crack. You
Did y'all watch that
silly
documentary?
crack.
I did.
I didn't watch
Man.
it
Yeah.
It
I heard it was
reminded
great.
me of how much, because you just think, like, even when we talk casually, you'd be like, yeah, it's just drugs. But the violence that comes along with the drugs, you'd be like, you just forget about. And then you'd be like, damn.
I'd be triggered by those documentaries because I've seen it in real time
Yeah.
with family, so I'll just be like,
I never
I be
seen
getting
nobody
emotional a little
making
bit.
that $1 million a day though. I remember people had a little bit of things, but I'm like, if you was making $1 million a day in the projects,
and staying
hear-
in there.
I would hear the rumors and stuff, like your older cousins would be like, "Man, Felix Mitchell, he was pushing weight around." You hear the rumors, like especially in the Bay Area, but I never seen it myself. It's just I've been out there on the block and I made a milli.
yeah.
Because it's funny, like when you see the whole transition of people, like they be regular and then they start getting more and more raggedy, and like and knowing people that have actually struggled with it for real, I just be like, man, because people easily be like crackhead and just call it that.
Right.
I'd be like, nah, that was Miss Miller,
Right.
man. Like she was, and then you see the fall off and the deterioration, and then the house goes to shit, and you just be like, damn, man.
I used to defend the crackheads too until they do one thing a little too crackish where you're like, yeah, nah, that's just
you on your own now.
Right.
Pray for her.
It's the aftermath that sits with me. Like when I see people in my family, I'll be like, they're fine now.
Yeah.
But you could tell like, woo.
Yeah.
You're not all the way back. Like you didn't make a full. You made a recovery, but you didn't make a full.
Even people in that documentary.
That one lady, I felt so bad. The older one, she never made it back.
Never.
The other ones looked okay, but that older one, I was like, she never made it back. She looked terrible.
But one thing I will say when I be watching those, I'd be like, I would have made a great drug deal.
What?
Because I definitely wouldn't have sampled the product. And I'm low key. I'm more like what's his name in Paid in Full? Ace. Wood Harris character.
Yeah.
None of that flashy stuff. Just like I probably would have got shot in the hips by somebody hating on me or setting me up. But you know what I'm saying? Like the low keyness, absolutely.
All them cats get so paranoid, bro. That's why, like, anybody in your crew, you be like, yo, go take him out, kill him.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
He
I
gonna
can't
snitch.
put
Can't
my
trust
life on the
nobody.
line and then drive a Kia. I need, if I'm doing this every day,
That's
you gonna see why.
I gotta be completely out of that environment though. I gotta move out, because I can't get nothing nice there smack dab in the middle.
nah, heck nah.
I
I
gotta
like
leave.
fun too much to be a big time. Like when that dude was saying, he's like, you get to a point where you can't, you know something funny, but you can't laugh.
Yeah,
So
that.
I don't need
That was funny though when he said he was like.
But you know what it made me think about? All the times we do shows and that hard dude is in the front, the hood, and he'd be
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, nigga, you
too
know this
cool
is funny.
too cool to laugh.
Yeah.
Right,
he'd be
and then
like,
he'll come up to you after the show and be like, "You was funny, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't show
I
it,
was
but he can't
feeling
even
it.
have a good time
Right.
because he's scared somebody gonna think he's soft. That sucks.
I got enemies in the comedy show audience,
Right.
man. Look
That
out.
sucks. I like laughing way too much to have to do that all the time.
But
And
I
there go
get it.
Bloodbath. He was all keen up in the comedy
Bro,
club.
we
Yeah.
gotta take him out.
I was like that in Chicago. Like, you couldn't be smiling in the street too much. And it sucked. It was like, and then when I moved to New Mexico, I'm like, man, y'all smiling outside? And I noticed that. I noticed it for real when like Cherie, when we was together at that time, we hooked up in New Mexico State. So we took a trip to Chicago together. She's like, I noticed your whole
Energy
vibe
changed.
changed as soon as we got to Chicago. And I was like, when she said that, I don't think I realized it at that time. I was like, oh. I put the armor back on. So I was like, noted. So then when I started going back to Chicago, I was just like, man, y'all just gonna get this me. I'm laughing and smiling in the streets now, but I was definitely doing that. Cause you be out there smiling. Man, look at this smiling ass nigga right here. Take his pants.
Right.
Why my pants though? Take
Right.
his pants. He's smiling.
Absolutely.
But then when you get grown, you just don't care no more.
Yeah.
Like he'd be like, man, I'm smiling.
Yeah, not enough people smile today. Like when you be out in public, you be a lot of evil people walking around. Bro.
People just upset, right?
Right.
But some people do it for survival. Some people do it. Like I read my uncle's. He wrote a little I don't know what you want to call it. It was only like a couple pages, but just about like his childhood, his thoughts, his blah blah. And like he was like in the streets so much, he could tell like who was just in that area by how the bushes look different. If they was hiding in bushes, if he was like, I saw a shift. I walk by these bushes every day. If this is off, somebody was just there either hiding or waiting for me, blah blah. He would walk. My dad and my uncle said they would walk in the middle of the street, because if you walk on the sidewalk, somebody might. But if you walk in the middle, you have all the peripherals. You walk slower, so you can hear footsteps. He never like all these things they just did all the time, and I was like, that just sounds exhausting.
Man,
it's too much.
It just sounds exhausting. Yeah. And then, but you're in certain environments, you have to do it. Like I'm not even from there, and I noticed when I visit my family, I would do different things, and then you go even in the Bay. And the Bay's chill, and I grew up in a chill area. I mean, people die, but it was chill. But
I think Antioch is worse now.
It's terrible.
I heard Antioch
it's terrible. When I was there, it wasn't that bad, but it was going.
Right.
But it wasn't that bad. But then when I went to college in Montana, and I noticed what you said, like I didn't like my doors. I'm walking like like it was a free. I was like, this is what white people feel like. This is amazing. Like it was so freeing.
Yeah.
Antioch now is it's
yeah.
And it's weird because it looks like look at these houses.
You can always tell when a certain town gets bad when people start claiming it on rap songs.
Right. And it's claimed. You know when I knew it got bad? Right. When I came back from school, I was visiting, and they was like, "Oh, you're from here?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Antioch." They was like, "Ooh," and I was like, "What are you talking about? Ooh?"
Right.
And they was like, "Oh, all right." And I was like, "What?"
Or when it gets a nickname, I think they call Antioch the Yacht.
The Yacht. Now,
the Yacht.
Yeah.
Why you got a
What is
nickname
that?
every goddamn thing?
I don't know.
Some stuff, just leave it alone. The Yacht.
The Yacht.
But yeah,
Is that a weapon?
Nah, it's Antioch, and they just say the Yacht for.
Well, I think it's part that it's got more of a hood cred, and part that people have blown up from there. People start claiming it. You know what I'm saying? Like when
who
first
blew up from Antioch? Well,
Maurice Jones-Drew. You know what I'm saying?
He is from there. Yeah,
a lot of football players actually.
Like y'all got some hoopers too.
Mixon for the Bengals, he from there.
Right, Marcus Lee.
He didn't make it though.
I feel like you don't really blow up though until a musician claim you.
Well, right now it's what's the young boy who blew up on
Simba?
Simba.
Yeah, he's almost there.
You need a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then now people are. When I was growing up, no one wanted to claim Antioch because it was this new city, and everybody's like, "What is that?" So and then people from Oakland, San Francisco, everybody started moving
migrating there. Yeah.
And then when all the athletes started making it, you know what I'm saying? Then people was like, "Oh, people are actually from here, and they're doing stuff." And then when Simba hit, everybody was like, "We out here!" And then your boy from Alabama.
Oh,
best running back in the nation.
He raw as hell too.
He from Antioch. Najee Harris.
Najee Harris.
Probably gonna be the first running back off the board.
Dope as hell.
So so like when people start going, they're like.
I remember I seen him one time. It was he was like at my daughter had a basketball game, and he was there just and he was like, "Dad, that's Najee Harris." And I was like, "That is a big massive running back, big as hell."
How tall is he?
6'2".
Yeah.
Oh wow,
big,
solid.
Huge running back too. Huge. Oh, we're back with another episode of Daddy Issues.
Longest we was already going.
I knew he was gonna do it, but I was just like,
somebody did it like it was Family Matters. Hey,
longest intros in hip hop, man.
Right. Intros be long.
Yeah, we doing a questions episode.
Before we start,
okay,
I owe DC an apology because it wasn't a full second difference. It was
you don't owe DC an apology.
Wait,
don't hate.
It was 0.2 of a second, which is still far, but not nearly as far as a second.
They still wasn't in the picture.
No, they weren't. It's not close, but I was saying that it was way, way further than it was.
No, they were. I knew they were closer.
Yeah, they weren't. It still wasn't close, but it wasn't.
Is this the moment when DC's gonna apologize
No, I'm not.
for being wrong?
No, I'm not, bro.
Hey,
I knew the whole time that they were not. They're far from him, but not that far. Like they were on his ass, especially a Safa Powell, one of those dudes. He'd be like really on you, saying pushing him.
It was. But it wasn't. The point is, it wasn't a full second.
I'm apologizing to y'all because I thought the Far Side was from the Bay.
I said LA. I said, aren't they from LA?
Craig did say LA, but he didn't really believe in it.
No,
he didn't fight.
Hey, Tony's facts be on point.
I fumbled tough.
I didn't want to be arguing a mute point, man. No,
because they had like a Bay Area vibe the whole time. So I'm like,
Craig didn't commit.
I did.
He turned his body. He's like, aren't they from?
Yeah, it was really.
Hey, his facts be on point about movies, about music dates, about.
I fumbled. I was like, Dang.
And we fumbled on the. In our defense, we didn't have the full story about what's the girl rapper?
Oh, Danny Lee.
Danny Lee, who
Yeah.
I've never heard of.
I didn't
before
have the full story on that.
So we got the full story in the YouTube comments. So in light of new evidence, fuck that bitch. Like,
what did she do?
So the reason why people were mad at the song is stuff she had said previously before that, and just how she denies her blackness. All that's why it's an issue, not just because over the song.
Oh, okay.
So, but with the information we had, I was like, well, what's the big deal?
And it was also a jab at the brown skin
the baby mama, the baby's baby mama.
Right.
Yo, the comments were lit last week, bro.
So, I knew that was gonna happen.
It was live in the comments.
I
was arguing with people.
You in the swing, Chaz. They love you in that swing.
They either love me or they're like, get that grown ass man out that swing, or they love me in the swing.
You can't win in comment section.
No. But we're allowed to change. In court they be like, in light of new evidence.
Yeah,
yada. We don't be having it sometimes.
We're not sitting here Googling stuff. We're just talking.
With the info we were presented with, we was like, what's the big deal? And we didn't say that colorism is not a thing. That's obviously a thing.
Oh yeah,
all we said was we weren't even comparing the two. All we said was there is light skin colorism as well.
Oh yeah,
we didn't say it was worse.
People was like, so you mean to tell
it's
me?
not. We didn't say
that.
none of that. We just said that they go through it too. We're not saying it's worse or better or none of that. It's
right.
Or they tried to put that on us, like we just
somebody of
the light skins.
Somebody also mentioned it was like, well, you guys date light skinned women or lighter, fairer skinned women.
So somebody said that.
Oh yeah.
Y'all getting comfy in the comments.
I got to see who did it, but
well, remember I said that was coming.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, yeah, damn, dog. I know I didn't reply. I was like,
what can you say?
Well, because there's certain things you address.
That wasn't on purpose.
Right.
That's why I'd be like, that's why I don't address it. I didn't go to the club and see her and was like, there's a light skin.
Absolutely.
I want
there's
that
a light skin.
No, it's...
No, there's certain things in the comments you be like, yo, blah, blah, blah. Even if they go against what you say if, you talk for fun, right? Or whatever you want, address your point. And then there's times you just ignore it because I just be like, oh, you just might not. Either you're just trying to start some shit or you just don't get it.
Right.
I ain't trying to have this back and forth with you in the comment section. You know what I mean?
If for all those people in the comment section, if I'm confusing on here to argue with these guys, I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna take you on a Rubik's Cube mission of all kind of shit. Stop debating me in the comments.
It's fun though. Like I enjoy the comments because whether I agree or disagree, I go like, your perspective is funny in there. You just go like, oh, this is how you think.
I just be interested in how people go to certain places. Like, how'd you get there? And like the thing is, like, even with I recently saw Rick Ross is in trouble right now for they saying colorism for his show. He picked a light skinned girl.
I saw that. Yeah,
I watched the clip though. Right,
and she was better, right?
No, hell no.
I'm talking about the dark girl
was way better.
Was better, right?
But they was like, but he chose the lighter skinned girl. But I'm like, but if we're watching it, first of all, colorism, racism, all these things are real things. When you take stuff that's not it and try to make it, that's when people start blowing it off. In this particular instance, I'm watching it as a man. I'm watching it as a hip hop fan. I'm like, it's clearly why he chose her. It wasn't because she was light skinned. The other girl looked like she had self respect. The other girl was way better vocally, way better.
She had dignity.
But she was dressed. She looked like a neo soul artist. And the other girl who he picked, titties out, ass out, he picked for slutty reasons. And he couldn't come out and just be like, she looks more like a whore. I'm taking her. So he was like, oh. So people was like, he chose her because he light skinned. But I'm watching. I'm like, it's clearly not.
It's the presentation.
It's the presentation of the
skin tone.
And he couldn't say, well, I like her because she's sluttier. Because then he'd be like, oh, you don't respect women's body. It would have been something.
Well, during this time too, he knows how to market her.
Sex.
So he's like, oh man.
And that's what he said. You're not what I'm looking for. Like the other girl, she was better looking. She was a way better singer. But she would have fit with a Jill Scott. With a, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't that. And they tried to make it about color. And I'm like, it took me 3 seconds I don't know why he picked her. Her ass is hanging out. Like, duh.
A lot of times I don't participate with that conversation because I'm like, in our own community, I'm not going to start arguing about who I'm dating in my community. Like if they're lighter skinned, if they're Hispanic, that's our community.
Right.
I don't see the other communities being like, oh, you only date blonde hairs. You only like brunettes. So I try to not get caught up in that conversation because I'm like, no, we're all one over here in this community.
And I don't like even having the combos because every time I feel like it becomes a thing, I'm like, I just feel like white people are like, yep, we did it. They're still arguing. We got them. They're still fighting.
Goals accomplished.
Right. And I'm like, why don't we just...
Why we put them in the house and we let them work outside.
Right.
Put it on TV.
This is forever.
I'm with Craig was like, we are all black. Like that's just it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that colorism isn't a thing, but I hate that it is a thing. It shouldn't be a thing.
Right.
But same with somebody got in the comments about us talking about weight and height. It's all falls under another argument to keep us arguing instead of moving forward.
Someone got in our comments. I mean, we can talk about anything that we struggle with. If I struggle with my weight, I'm talking about that shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I've been struggling with my weight
Right.
the whole time. The whole time.
Dang.
The whole time. I'm like,
Yo,
man.
I'm on this new body fast. Have you heard of this thing, Craig? It's like a whole 21-day detox. Not fast. I'm sorry. It's a 21 cleanse. It's a 21-day cleanse.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm on day 10, I think, of this cleanse. So you can't have any meat, no dairy. Right. You can only do raw vegetables and fruits. No sugars, no coffee. That was the thing that was killing me. Was no caffeine. It was murdering
You
me.
drinking
so,
coffee?
so,
like
so what it
Huh?
is
you
it's
drinking coffee like that?
Yeah, I didn't know you was a
Man,
coffee guy.
Man, I was like drowning in coffee.
Like a
Man.
Starbucks guy or just...
Yeah, because I started just working all the time, and then I just became like a coffee head. Like in the last 2 years, it got ridiculous too.
So what it is it's
What?
21 days.
What,
Now I want to take my compliment back this morning.
What?
Cause I was like, you shaved, you look different. No, it's because you're eating healthier.
Well, I did shave.
Yeah, but your skin is better.
Well, I
'Cause
have a
you
skin
walked
routine.
in,
I've had a skin routine I've been doing since September, October. Yo, this kid.
I know there's something too. I just thought you shaved.
Wait,
Yeah,
no.
but now that you said it, I'm like, that's
No,
what
so
it
there's
is.
this
You're
kid I
glowing.
work with.
Are you
Wait,
pregnant?
Chaz, finish about the cleanse.
Oh, okay. So
So
so you have to take these pills. So it's 5 pills or maybe 6.
Yeah.
All right. So that one's for like cleaning out your blood, cleaning out your kidney,
It's like
your
a
liver,
probiotic,
your urinary tract.
antifungal.
So it's all these things that your body will cleanse. All right, so you take these pills every day. You do 5, then you have to take the Colintone, which makes you shit. All right, and so you do this every day. So the first day, day 1, you had to drink a whole 16-ounce bottle of olive oil in an hour. Okay, I don't know if you ever drunk straight up olive oil. It's awful,
Why would we do that?
and you had to because
Yeah.
it makes you shit.
It makes you shit.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
the
but you
oil
have to
too.
do it in an hour. So you take these pills and you do that, dog. It was awful.
They got teas for that.
No, hey man, not with this, dog. Not what I went through.
There's no other
Oh,
option. It
some
has
of
to
them
be the
teas
oil.
be having you on
So
the
what
shit.
it is,
Right.
it's a 21-day cleanse because it takes 21 days to teach your body a new habit.
Oh, this is the one Marlon did.
Yeah, he does a different version of it. but-
Uh-huh. Yeah, this
so-
was probably different, but I'll show you the guys the shit.
So what you eating?
So just so for that first week, you can only do raw fruit or raw vegetables. So you can do a smoothie. So you can do like raw smoothie or but I'm not big
Sign
on
me up.
I'm not big on just on raw fruits all the time. The
Yes.
vegetables I was killing. So I fasted like 4 days out of the 7 anyways. So
Are you
I just-
supposed to fast?
I don't know. It didn't say you can't. I don't know.
No.
But I did.
No, you're supposed to
But
do that.
what tripped me out was that there was 2 days I fasted in a row, right? So you was shitting, blah, blah, blah. I fasted for 2 days. Still had dark pee with only water and still was shitting something. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Oh,
yo.
you got a lot of shit in there, Chaz.
My mind was blown because even the pills are supposed to like take all that stuff out and take out all those toxins, right? That's what your body's supposed to do. So I was like, yo, how much toxins do I have inside of me that I'm shit without eating 2 days?
Or
Right?
a lot. You
It was
got
crazy,
years
bro.
of toxins.
Yeah, right, right. It was crazy. So then my back was in so much pain, right? I had like severe back pain for like
From
on day 3. So I had to look it up, and it was saying
It's
like when you're
probably
cleansing, it's like because your intestines
kidney
are
or
working
liver.
so hard.
What the hell?
Yeah, your liver, but it was like because your body is working so hard, like it's never worked that hard before.
This don't sound fun, bro.
Nah.
Yo, hey, it
This-
wasn't fun, but you see me now. This is day 10. I feel great. So like day 4, day 5, I felt amazing. I haven't needed coffee at all. You know what I mean? But I can't stay up as long as I used to.
Well,
do
usually
this.
Yes.
with these cleanses, it's a working in process. I'm trying to. What did you eat the day before you started your cleanse?
Well, I
you're
ate some
spo-
bullshit, Craig. I ate some steak.
You're not supposed to be hurting. You're supposed to slowly work your way into the cleanse. Like you're supposed to stop with the meats and start.
No
with
one
the
told me
salads
that.
Be on
and
salad.
lettuce.
Like,
Cold
yeah,
turkey,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
over
I
here.
did. No one told
Chaz
me
like, I'm
that.
gonna have a cheesesteak
Yeah.
and a cheesecake.
He loaded
Okay.
the shotgun
I
up with
did.
all types.
How much was the cleanse? How much was it?
The whole kit was, I think, 125.
Oh,
So
that
it's
ain't
21 days, 125.
Well,
I mean,
you
like
know
I said,
I'm
I
out.
feel
Save you
great.
mad money.
So then from 10 days, I've lost 13 pounds in 10 days just from that. But you're gonna lose that weight anyways. Most of it's water weight
course.
anyways. And then doing half a gallon to a gallon a day just kind of depends on where we at. And I feel good, man. I got 11 more days. I'm like, oh, this is easy work, baby. But now I can start eating like roasted, like cooked foods. You know what I mean? I had
So
some
it got
Brussels sprouts
easier as you
yesterday.
progressed in the cleanse.
After the third, because the first day I had a coffee headache, and like I was not feeling good at all. I was exhausted, and then day 3, there was the back pain. You know what I mean? And then it was a little less on the next day, but day 5 and on, I've been feeling great.
Don't go back to coffee, Chaz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to.
A
but
lot of people fail on
it's-
these cleanses
it's my work
because
schedule.
they try to eat up everything the day before their
Mhm.
cleanse. They're like, I'm gonna have pizza, I'm gonna have burgers. So then when you get the first day, it's like a cleaning out process. So you just loaded everything up, and then he drank a whole thing of olive oil. So that was
Yeah.
just gonna be painful.
Yeah, that was awful.
Birthing.
The whole
That
thing
was
of
part of
olive
the
oil.
cleanse, or
Yes. It came in the kit, the 16 bottle olive, which your olive oil,
It's 16 ounces?
16 ounces, dog. So
I
then
did
it
that
was
in
like
college.
take it with like juice or whatever, or lemon. I didn't have
Oh,
any,
you can mix it in stuff.
but I don't have juice and shit like that at the crib. I don't really drink juice. You know what I'm saying? So I
You
just
have
had
a
to sip
baby.
it.
You
Yeah,
gotta
but she
have
drinks
juice.
almond milk, and these babies nowadays. But she doesn't have juice. She just drinks almond milk and water, if anything.
Oh, so you can mix it then. Can you put it in water and mix it with water?
I guess
Olive
you
oil don't
could.
mix with water.
Oh,
and
oil and
water
water
don't
don't
I
mix.
was like, I get, but it wasn't like, I mean, it's awful, but I was like, I was watching the game, just doing that for an hour. And
Could you
eventually
put it
got
in a
down.
smoothie?
The burps are
I don't
what?
think so.
Yeah, can you? That's
Oh
if you
yeah,
could-
the burst was
The
awful.
olive oil burps.
If you
You
could
done
put
this?
Yeah, I've done different cleanses just to see what
So
they
you
about.
drank the olive oil? Did you drink it straight?
I didn't drink that much olive oil. It was
Mm.
just a couple spoonfuls before a meal.
Well, 16 ounces is that?
Yeah,
That's more than a water bottle. Water bottle's 12.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
That's a lot, bro.
How many
16
ounces is that right there?
This one is 16.9.
Okay.
That's
If
a
you
lot
can
of
mix it in
olive
a
I
oil.
do that.
smoothie,
I drunk
can
that.
work with that.
That was gross, but I
Can you
did it.
mix it in a smoothie?
I don't think so, because you're not supposed to have it. I don't think you're supposed to have any food that first day. I have no
Oh.
idea. I don't think you're supposed to. Oh, like I said, it was only raw fruit.
Chaz just put his life on the line the first day. Like,
He did,
I'm just
man.
going in. I don't know.
But you got to
Right.
dive in. But it was a great reset because I've been struggling getting back. So it was a great reset to just be like, hold on, man. Let's just reset after the holidays and all that good stuff. Let's just reset, get back on it. Remember what foods is good foods and all that good stuff. It was like going to basic training and shit, doing the fundamentals. And I was like, oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that first night.
Carrots!
That first night of the shits make you want to change everything up. You're like, I don't want to shit like that.
Never
ever
again.
I'm changing.
But it was more about the day that really got me was the 2 days I fasted and still was shitting shit from taking these pills. And I was kind of like, damn, dog, it's just amazing like what these pills clean out. You know what I mean? And like what's inside you.
Oh,
You know
it's
what I mean?
The unlimited wipes gets annoying. It's like you just be wiping like, dang, it's not done.
I wasn't gonna say, but
Unlimited.
yeah.
It's unlimited.
That's just, you just hop in the shower.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was my fast. That was what I've been. That's what my cleanse. That's what I've been doing. It's my first time doing a cleanse ever. So this is cool.
I've done them before.
I'm happy with it. This is dope.
They that's not every now and then I'll do like a juice cleanse where I just be drinking juices.
Do y'all want to bet if Chaz falls off this diet? I got
With the
some
cleanse is
money
21
on it.
I
days.
think
He'll
he'll
finish
make
the
it through this little
The cleanse he'll finish.
Challenge.
And then after
He
that,
gonna
he'll
go
be
back to
on
the
coffee
bullshit
and
eating.
Oh, I have a whole meal
Oh,
planned out
no.
that I want.
Yeah, he gonna
We
go
talking
back
about
to the
21
bullshit.
days?
After the 21,
He
are you
got-
He
going
gonna
back?
replenish
Yeah,
the
after
toxins
the
for
21.
sure.
Oh yeah, them
over.
toxins coming back.
Yeah.
Bacon's on my list. Some pieces
You gonna-
coming back.
Oh, I know you can't wait.
Yeah.
all that
Chaz be
shit.
extreme and then he go right back
Chaz
to
is
the.
so
But-
extreme.
but
He's
I
just
want
either
to-
here or here. There's
But I want
no-
to make sure that I do a cleanse more often. That I do want to do. You know what I mean? Because I've never done one before. So I go like, okay, you know what to expect now. You know what I mean? You go like, this is gonna be a little rough here and there, but it's so good for you. Like I've never done that. Period.
I remember I did the master cleanse. This was years ago. This is probably like 2011, 2010, and it was tough, you know, because I'd be out doing comedy at night.
That's
In
when
the
you get homeless.
daytime, I was good to go, and I had water bottles full of the concoction, and then the night times when it was always get hard because I'd be smelling the food at the comedy club. I'd be looking at people's plates.
Is that lemon juice cayenne?
Yes, a
one?
lemon
Yeah.
juice,
Oh.
cayenne pepper.
Mm.
I made it 3 days on there, and I got to the bank, and they had some M&Ms. And I said, you know what? Fuck, this is over.
Was it plain or peanut?
Oh, they was peanuts.
Oh,
I
yeah.
put my
Pass on the
I
peanut.
put my hand in there. I said, you know what?
You flicked it up.
Yeah, I threw it up.
I think I lasted like 8
Cleanse over.
days on it or something like that.
How long
long
are
you
you supposed to
supposed
do it?
I don't even remember.
You could do it for like a month. Some people
Yeah, I
just
think they
stay
had
on
the-
it.
What's the shortest cleanse?
10. I think that for the master cleanse, I think it was like you're supposed to do 10 days.
I got like 3 days in, and that
Yeah.
headache hit, and it was like there's the no caffeine headache that hits you supposedly
Yeah.
after
y'all
3 days.
y'all
in.
need to get off this
Yeah.
caffeine, man. I'm sick
I
of
don't
y'all.
drink coffee. It's just this caffeine and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was like with the master cleanse, man, you ain't gonna be, you just eat the pulp from the lemon. Right. That ain't gonna be no meal. The pulp.
It was crazy because I was good though.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole day, I would drink the thing in the morning, the thing that cleans you out every morning, and then I'd be this is easy. But every night, I'd be out and I'd be like, God damn, I ain't gonna make it through this.
Yeah, and I was doing
Especially
coffee
riding down
in the
Sunset.
morning.
I just be talking to people, looking at their plate, like, it's crazy. Man.
I knew I couldn't do it.
Stopping into a restaurant just to watch people eat.
That's what was going on, and it was just like, man,
How I
nighttime
feel.
is when I'm my most ravenous at night.
Yeah.
Right
That's
before
what-
bed, I'm just
I'll be like,
let me not go downstairs because something's going down.
Man,
I can eat the most in the morning. That's when I had to fast the most. But in the morning, I can. Man,
when I wake up, I could just go and just not worry about food for
I
the
had
longest.
Yeah, I don't even eat breakfast. I don't think in the morning. Like I
Yeah.
can go.
I don't
without
eat
breakfast.
anymore,
Yeah.
but man,
Usually I work out in the morning.
Right, but
And if I don't eat and work out,
Keon's
you
trash.
feel bad,
She'd be
though?
like, it's 3 hours, man. I got a headache. I can't make it. I can't do
I
this.
get sluggish. I get headaches. Like if I go too long without
It'd
eating,
be instantly.
I'm done. And then like on a workout, or even if it's just like we just gonna go on a walk, like me and Greg did hiked one of these mountains, and I was like, I'm gonna eat a light breakfast, and on the way down, I was like, I'm gonna pass out. I'm not gonna make it. But then the next time we went, I ate a full breakfast, and I was like, I was good. I was like, I have to have.
but
something.
working out,
And
you,
I'm
you
the
need to
opposite.
eat.
If I eat before I work out, I feel sluggish.
Me
Like,
too.
I
Me
need
too.
that little energy that being
Yeah.
hungry make me mad. And I'm like, I can get some.
When
extra
I
in
eat,
right now.
especially a big meal, I'll be like, you know what? Go on with that.
I run out of gas. Like if I don't eat anything, I start. I'll be like, I'm just gonna sit. I'm done.
Meet me down at the Rock.
Let's get to some questions. I didn't mean to hold us
Oh,
up
I
that
got a
long.
question. I definitely got one because
Didn't mean to hold us up.
it
No, we like you
It's from
getting
the
healthy,
comments?
Chaz.
Yeah, I
got
get
a
you know why it caught my eye because I've talked about this before, but I wanted to hear what you guys. I did a whole video on it. It says, "Do you guys?" Sorry, this is from Evan White, and he said, "Question: Do you sit or stand to wipe?" Yeah, I know this sounds crazy, but my girlfriend assumed everyone did it while seated. She said most women likely stay seated, and she brought that up. And then I guess he stands up to wipe. And I was laughing because I stand up to wipe.
I thought the standing up was normal
Me
until I
too.
seen people
Nah,
in movies
that's
and stuff.
nasty.
I
Wait,
stand
Because
up.
when you stand up, your butt cheeks.
You know, you
crook.
keep you
You
stay.
gotta-
you gotta stay
bent.
squatted, though.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean stay squat? I thought you
Yeah.
meant just stand up.
No,
Oh,
no, no.
hell no. No, you
Because
gotta-
I had
Yeah,
posted
not full
it,
stand.
the poll on Instagram, and I was like, wait, do y'all? Because I got into it with somebody about
What
it.
was the
Not
poll?
seriously, and it was like,
What was the results?
I think it was like split.
This is
And-
crazy.
But
'cause I-
the women was like, why would you you just go like that? And I'm like, no, because I don't feel like you can get in there
I can't get in there
unless
doing
you get all the way
that.
up.
I
and,
get
you
up,
know,
bend over. And then
yeah.
just go
So
to
I was
work.
like, the sit down wipe. I can't even.
You squatty women, gross.
See, I'm a rock this way white, then rock this way white.
See, I'd
So I
rather
make
just
sure.
stand and hover up, and I'm
how
all in.
high are we standing? Like how?
I feel like
are
a
we-
good
I have
squat
the knee
over
bent.
the toilet.
The knee
Yeah.
bent.
knee bend.
Yeah,
Like
And
a
then you
lean
wipe.
forward.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm just in there.
I fully get up,
That's what I'm saying.
grab the materials,
Yeah.
and
So
bend
you
down
be
and go to work.
legs extended.
You be lock-kneed standing
Yeah,
up.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
still come back down for it, but I stand all the way up, start scooping up the materials, and then go to work.
Yeah.
Like sitting down and wiping has never been a
Never.
thing for
I don't
me,
think I've ever
in life.
tried to do that.
I always have to.
I
get
don't
up.
think I've ever tried.
And then
to
I was
stand
scared.
either.
I would like get some on my shirt or something. Like,
Man,
I don't know.
yeah.
Like I just.
I
You
stand
wear a
up every
shirt,
time.
man. I'm
Oh, you one of them
topless,
naked
knees.
dumpers?
Yeah, for sure.
What if you have to go public bathroom? You naked?
I don't do public bathrooms.
Never.
Nah,
No, y'all go ahead.
Oh.
I get it. I don't do public bathrooms. That's just not me. I need to be comfortable. I get in a little zone. I might even cut my iPhone on. You know, get the music going.
You set the mood.
For sure.
It says set the mood.
You got to get the music going. I got some songs for it too. Ain't no
What's
mountain
your
high
shit?
enough.
What's your go-to?
What? Shitting music?
Ain't no mountain high
Yeah,
enough.
man. Yeah.
Craig is in there.
You gotta have a soundtrack for the
Ain't no
dump.
mountain
I really don't need anything,
Ain't no
honestly.
valley.
For the dump?
I like peace and quiet.
No, I don't need.
If I have
need-
my phone,
I have to
DC's
read.
out in the
I have
nature.
to read.
I don't.
I gotta read
I
something.
gotta
too.
read.
I gotta be
I
busy.
just go.
I keep music because I think about the people in the room. I don't want them just hearing my full on.
So I understand that.
I might turn on the heater.
When me and Cotty first was dating, she stayed with her sister, and she had like another roommate. And they lived in an apartment where it just wasn't big enough for me. So every time I went in the bathroom, I don't care if I was just washing my hands, I played music so they never knew what I was doing.
Oh, yeah. The drown out.
And I would play it. Yeah, I play it so loud.
The drown out.
Yeah, because the sleep fart is embarrassing enough when you
it's
hear
awful.
about it the next day. But I don't want to hear about. I just came out the bathroom. I know I let it go.
Yeah.
That's one thing I hate about my house. I don't like how the bathrooms are visible. Like we're downstairs, and you look up, you see the bathroom, right? You see it, you see the light on, you see how long somebody's been in there.
You coming out.
I want my bathrooms tucked, either in a bedroom behind. It's the third door on the left. I don't like how you just look up and be like, you've been in there for about 30 minutes.
It seems like dudes get judged harder for being in the bathroom long. Like a girl can be in the bathroom for a long time. And
They be in there
powder on her
40
face.
minutes. I don't care though. I just be in there. I'll be in the bathroom for a long time. I'll be reading. I'll be done. I just be on the toilet. The bathroom is my only refuge.
Yeah, as
whether
a dad,
it's the shower or the dump, it's my only refuge. And leave me alone.
that's the
Nobody's
only room
coming
that's
in.
mine in my house.
Yeah.
That can't be disturbed.
I'll be in there for mad long.
I moved to the garage and they even followed me there. The bathroom's the only room that's I'm in there a good hour.
Because they can't come in there and you know what I'm saying? I'm in here, but I'll be in there reading tough.
Yeah, I just start locking my bedroom door so the daughter don't just bust in there. She don't give a shit about your personal space,
Nah,
No
kids
matter
don't
what
care.
she not at all.
They just want to be near you. You know what I'm saying? I miss those.
No,
days.
they just think it's popping everywhere you at. They're like, what's going on in the bathroom? I want in.
Oh, it could sound like it's popping depending on what you got going in the bathroom. If you got music going, you know what I'm saying? Be like, man, y'all want to come in.
I tried to.
So what y'all doing? Y'all sitting or standing?
I'm a stander. I'm a standing squatter.
I'm sitting.
Sitting like a mug. I ain't
We
never
got two
stood.
sitters and
Really?
three standing.
Never. I didn't even know you could do. I didn't know.
Tony over there.
I don't want to
locked me
move
wiping.
around if stuff be like. Sometimes it be loose.
That's what you gotta do the shake.
The only reason I
Shaking
knew
look.
people sat was when I be watching something and they do a wipe, they
Yeah.
never get up. Like,
Yeah, but
That's the
also
thing.
when you stand, sometimes there's a little there that you have to get around and make sure it's out. If you stand, it might,
Right.
it might close that little area a little more. You need
can feel
complete
when that
openness.
piece is hanging, you
yeah,
just give a little shake.
Shimmy it
you know what
out.
I mean? Then you check. There's a flake.
The
shimmy
shake.
out.
The shaking flake.
Shake and flake.
Somebody asked this. This is G Prime. G Prime. Can stand-up comedy be taught? If so, would you all open a camp or school?
No.
Stand-up comedy can be taught. You can't be taught to be a good stand-up. They could tell you how to do it and some of the proper methods. There's some books out there a lot of stand-ups start with when they first start. I forgot the author of it, but yeah, you could be taught stand-up. You just can't be taught to be good.
Right.
Yeah, you could teach someone premise, setup, punchline.
Right.
But as far as, because there's certain stuff that we do on stage that I don't even know how to tell you how I did it. So I don't think you, like you said, I don't think you can teach someone how to just be like a good comedian. You know what I mean? It's like
That's-
either,
That's fair, I guess. Because I was gonna say no originally, and then I guess you can teach somebody the format.
Right,
of
the
it.
format of a joke.
But remember the comedy college that was in the Bay Area?
Yeah, I went to that shit.
Yeah. So the comedy college would throw a battle of the Bay, for the college would throw in all the students, blah blah blah. So I won it, and I was like, y'all sign up for this class. I just came out here and did this shit. So and that I was like, you can't teach somebody how to just do it.
I had a teacher, and I was better than my teacher.
Yeah, I mean,
I will destroy him on stage already, and I already knew more than what he knew. Like off the bat, my dad was telling me, he's like, "Why you go to that damn class?"
Well,
Yeah.
David Arnold teaches a good class.
I took his class. I took the David Arnold joint.
I was supposed to take it.
I took that.
I just
joint.
like
I learned a lot too.
I guess I just agree with Craig. You can learn how to do it, but
Right.
you can't be
Yeah.
because you just
The
kinda,
mechanics of it can definitely
right.
be
You
taught.
can learn the
Right.
fundamentals,
But the stage presence, that's all you.
Right.
And like the
Right.
timing.
Who
And,
you are on stage.
So you just gotta work.
yeah. And then there's certain people that are like you might not have I know people who are great writers, like they can come up with great jokes. How they deliver them jokes is ass.
Yeah.
Because that's just they don't have the personality to sell that whatever they were saying. It was on paper, it was fantastic. I was like, this is
Right.
hilarious. And then I see them go do it, and I'm like, this sucked. And so now somebody would be like, that person's not funny. That person's very funny.
Right.
They just don't know how to deliver that joke. Then you have people who do the low-hanging fruit trash joke writers, but they're so all over in facial expressions and voice. You'd be like, this person's hilarious. Can't write jokes for shit.
Right.
But they know, they have the stage presence, they know how to deliver it. So it's like you got to either have that stuff or you kind of don't.
Some people just aren't relatable.
Right.
Like this book I was talking about is by Judy Carter called The Comedy Bible.
Oh, I've heard
I
of
remember
that.
I think
hearing
I had
about that. Yeah.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I think it's just something you kind of do. You learn how you find your own style. You find your own.
Your cadence.
Yeah, your how to use your own.
how
I
to
use my
read the
face a
room.
lot. You know how to read rooms. That stuff. You're just in there doing.
knowing when to say something,
Right.
Like when to say something on stage is super important. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And just how to say it. Sometimes what you had down was funny, but you're not saying it right.
Mm-hmm.
I had a joke that I knew was funny, and I was like, this is bombing every time. And all I did was change how I said one word. I changed the voice inflection of that word, and the joke started smashing.
Yeah.
Didn't change anything else.
One word.
And how I said it, and then boom.
And certain comedians can say something that, like, I see some comedians that can call women bitches and get away with it on stage,
Right.
and certain comedians better not say it because it comes off
It's
as
too
like
aggressive. It's
disrespected.
mean.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
You got
Some
all
people
these
lose you at the
intangibles. These
premise.
are intangibles.
Mm-hmm.
I had to listen to a whole bunch of comics to find out even the way you deliver your premise depends on the room. Like certain
Right.
rooms you have to say
Yeah.
it 3 times
Yeah.
compared to other rooms. So
Yeah.
So yes and no. You can be taught it, but then you can't.
Yeah,
you
there's
gotta
so many
have-
intangibles
Right.
that can't really be taught, but you could be taught the fundamentals and the
Yeah.
basics.
I guess just like sports, you can
Yeah.
teach somebody to play basketball, but everybody can't be LeBron.
right.
That's just he just got certain stuff that he can do. That's just what
Now,
it
would
is.
y'all teach a class?
I would feel like a hypocrite because I've already said like, you can't be taught this shit.
No,
And then I'm in the class like, so what you need to do here is,
I would try, but then at the end of the day, you'd have to see what that person has on their own, and then you'd be like, focus on doing that. You know what I mean? Like, so you can still work around it, but a lot of times when you teach people how to do stuff, they'll try to do it like the way you do it, and it doesn't.
This is not one of them sports.
Yeah, and it doesn't work like that. You know.
it looks like a whole bunch of office
Right.
workers yelling Kobe
Right.
with the bad shot.
They start stealing your shit.
They start sounding like DC
Yeah.
on stage.
On
I get that,
stage.
DC. Start sounding
Facial
like
expressions
you.
and all that.
Yeah.
Chaz, you teaching the class?
Nah, I don't believe that. I mean, Craig is right. I guess you can see somebody get up there and be like, "This."
Chaz is defeated already.
So defeated.
Thought I can have his answer ready.
No, I mean because I get that. Like you can get up, but I'm like, yo, you can't ever begin to understand what it takes to go be good consistently doing a class. I'm like, the amount of work you have to put in to know who you are. That's the biggest thing to me is understanding who you are on stage. You know what I mean? And once you get comfortable being yourself on stage, that to me takes time. You know, to get to something like going out and putting in the work every night is how you get like good. But like, yeah, can you go up there and be like, this is I guess.
Wait, does the average person know, like Chaz is to touch on what Chaz is saying, does the average person know how much time we put into
No.
stand up?
No, they
People
don't.
think it's a magic
No.
trick, bro. People
Like-
go on stage and they go like, oh, when you make something look easy, everybody thinks they can do it. But
They
that's
think
the
you
trick.
freestyling a lot of
They
times.
think everything we're doing is off the cuff.
Bro, we would literally start hitting mics at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. open
But-
mics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Till
till
11.
2
Yeah,
a.m.
I
If
didn't
you
even-
were Tony,
I
till
don't even
5.
watch
Right. You were
comics.
telling, yeah, depends.
I don't even watch comics till after they've been doing it 5 to 7 years. I
Right.
won't watch a comic set.
Right.
Just out of respect
Tony's
for
the
people
only
that do
one
it.
who I saw within 2 years be like, I thought Tony was doing it for like 7 years, and he was like, "No, 2." I was like, "That's crazy." Dog.
Yeah, Tony was.
Because I was old.
Well, I used to watch you and Jamar. I caught y'all early.
Jamar.
That's
Jamar.
More neighbors.
Wow.
Jamar neighbors.
But so if somebody tried to pull a Jamar, they would not be able to pull that off.
Only Jamar can do
Because the
that.
Jamar
You
is
can't write
Jamar.
that down.
Yeah.
You can't.
Like,
Like
I could
Jamar
teach-
is super acquired.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Because I seen audiences just be like,
Yeah, like I could teach comedy writing,
Yeah.
but you can't teach that.
yeah.
What you guys do is
So let me ask you a question. What did you get out of the class?
Just like timing notes, the art of threes, stuff like that.
Wait, what level? Where were you at when you took the class? I mean, like, how many years are in?
I think I took the class, I want to say like 2011, 2010, somewhere in there. Maybe 2010.
So you were
It was somewhere 2010.
a year in?
So about a year or 2 years in?
Nah, I started in 08,
About
so
2.
I might have been 2 years in already. But I can't remember. I wonder if David remembers the exact year. But I know I was still married then, so it had to be between 2008 and 2012.
I know Kente
Well, I
teaches
think it
the
was
class too.
2011 though.
Kente Scott?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him about that. Like, what are you teaching these
Right.
people? I guess I would feel. I don't know. I guess I would feel kind of guilty if I taught a class.
I mean,
I would be robbing
we would
you
give
guys.
good
That-
game.
you know,
I'd be
yeah,
robbing you.
I
I'm
just
like, this
feel-
is how
I
you
feel
do
like-
it.
Like I'm watching somebody who just ain't got it, and I'm just like, well, I don't know. I
Take
would
my
just-
102 class.
But then I've seen people. I've
This
seen
is
people.
part 1.
I've seen people go to the class and like grow. Like I remember Lil Sidney Park was going to the Laugh Factory summer program for the kids, and she started doing good with stand up. Now she's on. I forgot which show she's on. I think Santa Clarita Diet and a couple other shows.
But you can,
she started off in
because you can
stand-up
get
and-
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
She
get
started off
better.
like on a Disney show, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she started early.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was doing it early,
Oh,
but
oh.
taking classes at
Yeah.
the Laugh Factory in the summer camp.
Yo, you can suck at stand. I've seen people suck at stand up and get better. You know what I mean? I've seen people come a long way, and I'm like, damn, dog, you funny now. You know what I mean? But it takes time. You got to put in the work.
Yeah, that class didn't do that. Though they had to keep.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, yeah, you can have the steps, but then you still.
You can learn
But then-
how not to bomb.
Yeah.
But that's what everything, though.
Yeah.
Anything you take a class for,
Exactly.
it teaches you the fundamentals, and then you go out and experience, whether it be a job or regular thing.
I agree, and it's like those guys who are like you can go to a basketball practice 5 days a week, but if you're not getting up in the morning trying to hoop, if you're not practicing after practice, practicing on the weekends, you're not gonna be great. You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
teaching. Like you go to college, you do all this, but it ain't nothing gonna compare to being in an actual
In that
classroom
field,
with
right.
real
But then you
students.
got those people who do wake up at 5 every day and put up 500 jumpers,
Right.
and they just not good.
Yeah.
They just not good. Like,
don't
and then you
got
got
it.
the guy who wake up and don't stretch, and this nigga drops 40, and you're like, how
Right.
did you do that?
Right.
I think sports is a different thing, though.
No, I know some comics that were just good from the beginning,
Yeah.
and then some they still not good, but they've been working on it.
Yeah,
You've seen people up there that bomb every week, and you're
every
like, "Damn,
time.
you be
And
hitting
be
this stage
clueless
like
that they're
crazy."
bombing too.
Hey, but some people
Years
also
in.
don't know, like, hey man, you might not just be a stand-up comedian, bro. But there's other fields in comedy you
Right,
can do.
and that's what I meant with the writing. Some
Right.
people want to be stand-ups, and like, you're a terrible stand-up,
Yeah.
but you're a great writer.
Right.
Right.
There's a
It's hard.
career
It's hard
for
for
you.
a comedian that bombs every time, because when you get that good set, you hold on to that and you keep chasing it. You like, I want to
Right.
get this again.
Yeah.
That's one of the
Even
hard
though-
things about stand-ups too. When you're saying writing, a lot of stand-ups. That's why a lot of stand-ups we don't hire, or I don't hire for writing, is because if a joke's too good, they ain't ready to just be like, all right, go ahead. They like, oh,
Right.
I'm gonna do that on stage. It's
Yeah.
like, no, we need those.
Right.
Ain't gonna give it up.
But if I'm that person, right, I would, even if a joke's too good, then sell it to another stand-up that can deliver it properly. Like, a lot of your favorite stand-ups have writers for the audience. It's not because they don't know how to do jokes. They've already been there. They've been there, done that. But they're so. Richard Pryor knew how to deliver a joke. So yeah, Paul Mooney would write it,
Mm-hmm.
but Richard knew how to take that
Make it
Right.
his own.
and make it his own and add his own personal life, and then be like, boom, here it is. Whereas if you gave that same thing to somebody else, it's not going to work the same
Right.
because they didn't know how to do it.
Also, it was sometimes a writer sees something that you don't see in your material. So sometimes Paul would hear a premise and be like, oh, no, you need to go this way with it.
Right.
So he
Right.
gets writer's credit, but still.
Right. It is. Yeah. And I think, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people think, well, Chris Rock got writers, or, people have writers. And it's like, they're not writing them jokes and be like, here, say this. Like, they're just be like,
Right.
I think it would be good for you to.
Or come from this direction.
You
Right.
already were talking about your kids.
Right.
But talk about the time your kid did this. Oh,
Because
yeah. that's a good
otherwise we
point.
all have writers.
Right.
And you can say that for everybody who's like,
Right.
yo, I got this
All the
tag. Or,
tags
hey,
up
man,
there.
yo, but if you did this,
Proceed.
though,
Right.
check this angle out on it.
Yeah, because we're watching. We're like, this is hilarious. but I was there when that happened. You
Right.
forgot to say,
Right.
you know, that would be a good, or what if he did this in the story? Oh yeah, it's still their joke, but somebody else
just workshop shit with people, bro. You just like if it's you and the homies, or you. I mean, other times we done sat down together and be like, no, something like this, like we done that so many times.
Well,
Can
back
you
in the
tell
day,
right
that
away-
was just comics. Now it's
Right.
people are like, nah, I wrote for him.
Yeah.
Just that's what you did after
your
the
ass
show.
outta here.
Can you
It's
tell right
teamwork.
away when someone offers you something, and can you tell right away like that's not gonna work for me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. I'll be like, all right,
But you
thanks.
still
Do you
take it
try
like
it
I'm gonna
sometimes?
use it.
Sometimes.
Nah, if it doesn't fit, that's the thing too. When it comes to tags, that's why I always ask people like, do you take tags first?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not gonna give you a tag that doesn't fit your voice. That
Right.
doesn't like I would say that, but you would never say that.
Right.
Like me and Preacher do that all the time. Preacher would be like, I think this is hilarious, but I would never say it.
Mm-hmm.
You blah blah. Like especially we're having a convo. Like he was saying when Keon was staying with me, when we would just be talking. We came up with so much material just in conversation,
talking,
and
yeah.
just talking and be like, "Oh, that would be good." And then what have you, blah blah blah, and then you see them do it on stage, and you're like, when your tag works for somebody else.
So you
be
saying you
like,
write for
yeah.
Keenan? Is what you saying?
Head writer, Kenan Baker, production.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you kill that fly, Tony? I see you
We
save
outside.
it.
And that's
now
not
it's
like a
back.
regular fly. No, it's something.
Oh,
else.
Craig knocked it down.
Like killing bugs outside is just disrespect.
What's
Depends
the-
how bad they are though.
What's the next?
Like
one?
that one, he didn't deserve the murder.
It's not
Nah.
well behaved.
Some of them big ass
get
What
on
did
the
you were trying to get
podcast.
in? Like,
He was like, I got something to say
He's
about
like-
class. He wanted to chime in.
you think I just learned how to fly? Huh? I went to a class.
What's the next question, dog?
Oh, okay, let's go. All right, so that was a good question, by the way.
That was a great question.
G
A lot to
Prime
say
on that
about
question.
it.
And if you're thinking about trying stand up, go try it.
Go
Hit open
try it.
mic,
Do
go
it.
Try it.
Send me
Don't
the
take-
tape.
Take
of your
my
first
class,
night.
G Prime.
Yeah, because if you're gonna try stand up, don't think of like, let me go be funny. Just go do it. Go be comfortable. Like, just go do it. The hardest part I think is doing it the first time. Like,
Oh,
once,
right.
yeah,
That's
once
the
you do it
biggest
the first time, you be like, oh, this is not that bad, and
Right.
people want to go kill that first time. It's
Right.
like that's not the goal, dog.
And don't watch too much stand up if you're thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
So it
Just go
can
right in
mess
your-
with your own voice.
Right.
Yeah, you'll start sounding like somebody else.
Right.
Or you'll even start doing jokes that you took from somebody and didn't know you took it from them because
Thinking they're
subconsciously,
yours.
Mhm.
they're your
And-
thoughts and they're not.
And even if it's going rough, stick through that first set.
Mm.
Yeah,
Don't quit if the first joke don't get.
it's supposed to be
laughs.
bad the first time.
You
Yeah.
want to
If it-
feel
if it's
that
good, that's
time
great.
Right.
on stage and how bad it could get, or how it could turn around on that second joke.
Yeah.
You never know if. You
And
don't
what you
stick
want to
through
do
it.
too is when you stand there, you realize you'll respect it. You realize how hard this shit is.
Right.
You hang in there. You're like, whoo, this is because now, yeah, we're all at a point where now we ain't even got warmed up 10 minutes in. But that first time we did 3 minutes, you're like, Jesus, this is a long time.
Where's the light?
My first time
They
doing
said there's a
15,
light coming. Where is it at? I used to look for the light.
Oh, that first 50, first
I used to be
doing
mad.
15,
You were late, buddy, on the light.
After I got to 7, 8, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever bail
All right,
somebody
guys.
out and give them the light early? Let me just
Yeah.
help you out.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Here you go, pal.
Yeah,
All right, got the light, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know they wanted it too. They were like,
Oh,
woo,
hell yeah.
all
Because they
right.
looking like this.
Yeah. Is that my time? No, it's not. You still had another 5.
I don't think I ever bailed somebody out though.
I bailed
Bro,
him
you
out.
let him sit?
I'd be like, let me just end this
I be
suffering.
like, you know what I'm saying? You still got.
They be
Like,
like,
I be
Tony,
like, man, you got off early, man. You supposed to do the full 5.
Tony, they come out all disheveled. Tony, why'd you leave me out?
It's scary, man.
Let's do it.
Next question from I don't want to fumble the name, but Antoine,
Is it
but it's not
Anton?
like a Twan because it's a ANTEWAN.
Okay.
So
Probably Antoine.
Williams, you know what I'm saying? As a father,
You know
what
who you
would you do if your kids stopped messing with you by not talking to you and just completely ignoring you, and they will not let you know what is going on with them? It's tough.
A bit of advice I got was sometimes you got to let them have that space to grow, and they will return. Because a lot of kids sometimes they're trying to figure it out so much that they don't want any interference in that part of their life. So you have to respect that space, because sometimes you come in and it makes them push further away from you.
Right.
But you should, throw your little feelers out there. But that's as much as you could go.
Well, hopefully they'll be talking to somebody, or they'll be dealing with somebody, and I might not be able to get directly to my kids, but if I can be talking to the person that they're dealing with, just let me. Hey, are they okay?
Getting the scoop.
Yeah, what do they need?
Residual scoop.
Can I
Slipping advice in there.
Tell them this. Hopefully,
Take my class.
Exactly. hopefully that'll be the route. But like Craig said, you kind of just gotta let nature take its course.
Yeah, you do.
If somebody ain't fooling with you, it's like if you're trying to get with a woman, if she don't want you, you don't keep chasing her.
Right.
Let her, let her.
That's tough for parents to grasp. Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? I got you. They just force their way in.
And a
there
lot of times
it's
they
like,
don't. Well, I can't even say kids. People in general don't know what it is that they're feeling. Like I'm trying to figure this out, so I can explain to somebody.
What am I feeling?
What's like? I'm like some people. Like I'm in a funk. Why? I don't know. Something's off. They don't know yet. They don't know like something. I just know something's off. And then it'd come back and they'd be like, oh, it was because we've been in the house for 3 months.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm with Craig on I'm giving my feelers, but I'm not gonna force like you better talk to me.
Right.
Like, all right, whenever you're ready. Or
Bust up in the room. Talk to me.
Talk to me.
I'm taking your car.
Give me your journal.
Sometimes that throws fuel on it.
Yeah. So.
And you could be the problem. They don't know how to tell you.
You could be the problem.
It could be you. And they just don't want to, say that.
It could be you never leave them alone.
You overbearing. You always, anytime I'm into something, here you come with your little complaints on
you.
Yeah. So you never know.
Good question,
that one. Antoine.
I mean, I'm a new parent, so I don't have a whole lot, so you don't ignore me yet. So y'all up in my ass now. So, but I think like one of the things
it's coming.
I know it's coming too. But I was just thinking, like, I try to keep a regular, like, hey, this is what we do regularly. I'm going to still do this. So whenever you want to hop back in, you know what I mean? Like, hop back in. But, I'll always offer to do something fun or, like, hey, you want to do something? No, it's all good if you don't.
Slam the door in your face.
Well, that ain't going to happen. She won't have a door tomorrow.
and it's usually a little girl thing.
Yeah.
It's usually girls that do it. Boys, you come with that moment when they might try to, like, fight you or like feel strong, like I ain't listening. You're like, what? All right, that's where we at with girls.
Fist
be
clench,
like, I ain't gonna talk to you.
Wait, have we covered this with y'all yet? You had to fight your boys? No?
I had to grab them up. I had to grab up my oldest. Yeah.
How old?
By the collar? Would you the shoulders? Would you grab?
I grabbed him, and I felt so much anger that if he didn't say, I'm your son. And it made me snap completely out of it. Like, oh, okay.
But you know what? What's funny is
that's real right there. I'm your son.
I was like, oh yeah, damn. All right.
Oh, he started raging your eyes.
That's what I'm saying. That grab though was enough because he saw you go to a different place.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want no parts. Like I saw my dad do that before in his eyes, and I was like, "Hey, man, listen.
Hey, buddy,
hey, remember me? Look, I got your face.
Yeah.
Hey, remember me?"
My dad
I've
choked
never been
me.
a spanker, but I have my talks. But on this talk, he wanted to stand up and get loud, which threw all that out the window.
Yeah.
Never thought that I would, but it caught me.
Especially when you're the cool dad. Especially when you're like, yo, bro, I'm always cool. I always keep my calm. I don't do this on purpose. But if you want to go there, and also, yo, kids don't know your past. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you just got here. You don't know everything I've been through. You have no idea what kind of temper's underneath this. You introduced him to the monster that night, didn't you?
Yeah, you've been on my side this whole time.
Right.
You don't know what it's like for the. Yeah,
I'm your son.
My dad,
your son?
my
he was
dad
scared.
choked me when I was like 16. I didn't even get ridiculous like that. I said, I know I had bad grades or something like that. That was a consistent thing with my grades. And my dad was trying to get the belt. And I was like, Dad, yo, we wrestle people like your size. I was like, can't we just talk? And he was like, I'm sick of talking. And he just hopped this table. And you know what's funny, bro? It's like when you're not ready for a scuffle, right? Because he got me, and I was like, oh, this is happening. And then my knees, the back of my knees was against the couch, right? So I was like, oh, shit. He got the drop on me. And so then he was on me. So my mom and my dad and my brother pulled him off. And
He
then
had it.
Chaz said it's happening.
I was like, because it's funny because I was like, hey, we wrestled that, and I know my dad was like, wrestle this, and he just came. I was like, oh, I didn't think he was gonna do this.
Right.
Because it kind of sounds like some easy work.
He took that as disrespect.
No, and because what I was saying,
they
but
taught
my
us
thing
in
was,
class.
how is a belt gonna hurt me? And I was like, you're gonna whoop me? I was like, with a belt?
Like, no, I'm not.
Right. And then he hit me with and it was one of these. Oh, you right? It was like that. You know what I'm saying?
He got a real soft voice. They dove across.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you.
And
What,
it was like
what happened going forward from that moment with y'all?
It was a lot of tension.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It was a lot because I don't think I even talked to him for a while, and I mean like not even some real, especially for some weeks.
Did your grades improve?
Oh, definitely not. No, I was a terrible student.
Chaz
guys.
is trash.
I was a terrible student. I
should have
hated.
tickled him.
I hated school.
Yeah,
He
he
should
should've
have.
tickled-
He would have got
should've tickled
further, bro.
He would have tickled Chad.
I
He
was.
like,
I wasn't
"Alright."
ever a like. I definitely had some D's. I was a consistent C- student because that's all you needed to play sports. So I was only interested in playing sports, smashing and having fun with my friends.
Was
That
he
was
trying
it.
to rekindle it? Like, was he trying to like?
Oh,
talk to you?
we definitely got better.
I'm talking about during that time. Like,
He tried to have this talk with me. He was like,
I didn't mean to choke you.
yeah, he was like, hey, sorry, I went to a different place, but sometimes he said something like, it's my responsibility to do that. And I was like, all right, nigga. That's when the talk went away out of my mind. I was like, yeah, okay. Because my dad's not the type to just be like, I was wrong. He tried to justify it.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I've admitted to not owning things and being wrong. I feel like even the last podcast, I owned up to being a procrastinator. I owned up to stopping on the diets. I did say those things, correct?
Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you.
You did.
Okay, all right, moving on. And so, but I'm just like, you don't have to justify. Like, it's cool to be like, man, dog, I lost it. 'Cause I've done lost it before,
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody done lost it before. I'm like, I know what that looks like. Man, I could have done this, I could have done that, blah blah blah, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? But anyways,
He doubled down on it. Like,
he doubled down on it.
again.
I was like, well, choke
Sometimes
me again,
you
nigga.
gotta-
Oh, you
It's gonna
got
be
to
a
double
problem.
down. If you take it there, you got to double down. Yeah.
You doubled down.
Oh yeah, you got to.
No,
Don't
gotta
make
say
you do
something.
this shit
I
again.
can't promise it won't happen again.
So you got to leave it in there.
Yeah.
No. If you ever raise your voice to me like that again, it's the same
But see,
result.
correct. I feel that. I didn't feel like what I said was disrespectful on my tone because I was talking like this. Now, and I get what you say,
Well,
Keon,
you
if he
made it
took
sound like a fact.
Oh yeah.
No,
I
but I
handle
get
dudes
what
inside.
Keon
Yeah.
says now. When
Like,
he,
I
work,
get why he was.
Yeah,
like,
I do
oh,
too. So you just
tough.
can take me?
yeah, because I didn't. In my mind,
You're
I
gonna
was
need
like,
more
I
in the
was
belt,
talking about
nigga.
the
That's
belt,
what you said.
right.
You're gonna need more in the belt for me, nigga.
Yeah,
Bitch
I
ass
get
nigga.
that.
That's
Yeah.
what he heard.
Right.
That's what you said to him.
I get the choke out.
Because now I never thought about it like that. Because I was like, I'm talking about the belt. Like the belt ain't gonna hurt. And I was like, yeah, a belt. I was like, we talking about a whooping. I was thinking about that. And then, but I get now if he was like, oh, the easy one.
Oh, you want the hands?
My dad put the fear in so early. I always had that. I just didn't even want. I didn't want him to go there. Like I just had seen clips already. I had seen
Yeah, that's
previews.
The highlight reel.
whether it's with my brother or him getting into it with somebody. Like, and I was just like, I don't need that.
Right.
I don't need. I'm good, bro. Like I've seen the previews. I don't need to see the movie.
I never had those moments with my dad. Probably because I moved away, when I was a teen. So it was like I never really got old enough to hit that mark of just like, yeah, I'm sick of it, Dad. So I never had to have that moment with him. And even like with my mom, when you're getting older and you start like, man, let's talk about this curfew.
Right.
It ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? You can have those kind of conversations, but like me and my pops, we never had those moments. And me and the boys,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
it's never the closest thing was just an on the phone argument about him using the money I gave him to spend on something else.
Mm-hmm.
But in person, it's never been even close to that with either one of them yet. I mean, it could happen,
It
but
came and went now.
Well, also,
they're adults now.
Also, when we
Good
were
luck, kid.
kids,
that don't mean something won't crop up.
when we were kids, we didn't have a voice.
Right.
It was just do what I say.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the kids have more of we give more of a voice.
Yeah, I definitely. We've always been like, why, having discussions as opposed to just because I said so, because I wouldn't even feel right saying that myself.
And a lot of times we be wrong, and our parents are wrong. So it's like
Right.
I got to do what you. But this don't seem right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm the parent. It's like, but
That's
that
not
doesn't
enough.
mean everything.
Right.
Like,
And so my mom doesn't like that I give Izzy so many choices. I let her do almost, not want to say almost anything, as long as it's not in danger. You know what I mean? But I like to see her explore. I like to see her think. She'd be in the fridge. I'm like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, I like to see her pick, grapes. You know what I mean? But I was like, it's just getting her used to making decisions and, making choices. Like, because my mom was like, we didn't give him choice. This is what you ate. And I was like, yeah, that shit was awful. You know what I mean? But I was like, also, I was like, I didn't wind up really thinking for myself until you get to high school. You know what I mean? I was like, otherwise, it's just do what you're told to do, blah, 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 or there's the consequences. But I was like, I really want to instill to her, like, you get to make these choices, and here are good choices, and there are bad choices. You know what I mean? So that's even my goal now, is just get her used to making decisions and exploring and seeing all this other stuff and being like, I just don't like you do this now. You know,
I understand both sides of that, because sometimes little kids be taking forever to do
you
some
need
shit.
structure.
Yeah.
They be like,
I agree with the
Structure
structure.
is important.
I agree with the
But
structure 100%, like a
And then
schedule.
I don't want them just opening the refrigerator and just
Yeah.
leaving it open. Like,
Yeah.
close that.
But there's balance too. Like I've been letting Keelan pick dinner every day.
Mhm.
So I'm like, what do you want for dinner? But I'll give him one of two or one of three options.
Mhm.
Right.
So if he tries to pick outside of those options, I said that ain't one of the
That ain't the
options that I
choice.
gave you, bro. So you got one of these three. Okay, well then I'll go. So he's still thinking, he's still making decisions,
Yeah,
he's still
still
getting
making
what he
decisions.
wants.
Right.
But this is within the parameter. This is the
With
barrier that
structure.
you got. Because if it
Right.
was up to him, it would be spaghetti or tacos every single night. And the tacos, I'm not really too against.
I'm not mad at
But-
that.
I
at
ain't
all.
mad at tacos.
But he would
every day.
have the other day. I said, "What do you want for dinner?" He said, "Spaghetti." I said, "We just had that yesterday. Pasta." I said, "First of all, that's smart. I see what you're doing. I
There's
appreciate.
different- there's different
I
types.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
But what if we did pesto versus red sauce?" I was like, "Again, I see you thinking.
Mm.
That's but I can't do that every day.
Yeah.
But I just like them.
Keelan's
And then-
witty.
Oh, he's super witty.
Mhm.
He's super witty, and they're just trying different things and different stuff. So I'm like, all right, well, what if we put spinach in this versus? Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work. And because I just don't.
I tried that too because I remember when I used to fall asleep at the table.
You didn't want
and
it.
cry and try to put food in my pocket and try to find all types of ways besides just saying, "Can I get something else to
You
eat?"
don't like this. I was kind of rough on that tip, like, on the vegetables. Like, me and Sincere would just have a chess game, just sitting there looking at the plate like we playing
Yeah.
chess. And he would just sit there.
Yeah, wait.
So Rain would just power through it. And then, but Sincere, he would eat all the good stuff, all the prime real estate pieces on the plate. But then, the vegetables, though. You know what I mean? And
And then y'all just have a sit off.
Did you guys ever try to? Did you ever try
that
to mix it
standoff
in?
seemed funny as
he
hell.
would it depends on what I made, like, because I wanted them to have a good portion of it, because
Yeah.
on the mixing they still gonna be like, well, once you mix it in, I ain't gonna eat none of it. So it's just like I kept it separate, but he'd be the one. And then, like, and what Chaz was saying too, I grew up with balance, like, from the parents, since they were two separate households. My mom was more lenient on me going to get, whatever out the fridge, or just like, we had rules in the house, but it wasn't like,
Right.
But at my dad's house, every time I got something out the fridge, we had to ask, like, can I make a sandwich? She was like, yeah. So it was like, so I had that.
I wouldn't
discipline,
feel
too.
that.
Huh?
I wouldn't like having to ask in my house.
Yeah, I asked.
Yeah.
We asked everything. Can I make a sandwich? Can I get some grapes? I think it had more so to do with, because I had a stepmom, so it was like
yeah.
that type of situation.
Yeah.
You can't have three boys in there. We'll eat
Eating
all the
everything,
food.
everything.
Right.
We'll
Yeah,
eat
okay.
everything in there. Especially me as
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah.
My stepmom always bring this story up when they made burgers, and she made like big burgers, and like I ate it, and I was little, and I ate the burger. I finished it fast. She was like, "Is there more? Is that all?" She was like, "What?" She was like,
Yeah.
two burgers was life for me as a kid. And so I think that's why he had that rule in place, because I don't always remember that rule being a thing.
Mhm.
And then when I got older, it's just
She was like,
something
they
I got
eating me
used
out of
to.
house.
Yeah,
alone.
Yeah, they probably had like a
some
conversation.
private
These
combo
boys
about
are
yours.
Right.
That rule
you
comes and
gonna have to
goes in
do
my
something.
house because my kids will sit. My son will sit with the whole bowl of box of cereal in a bowl and just
Yeah.
it'll be
Keep on,
gone in
keep
that
on.
one sitting.
Mhm.
I'm like, nah, you asked me.
Yeah. Because it's a community box.
Right.
It's like,
I don't even eat cereal. I just don't need it gone in a day.
Yeah.
Let's make
I
it
feel
last
that.
a little bit.
Because that was
Right.
my thing when I was a kid. My thing was never rules to eat. Keith was the one like Serene. What do you say?
Sincere?
Sincere? That didn't eat. With me, they was like, stop eating.
Mhm.
Like they was like, we have nothing left. What are
Mhm.
you eating? Everything.
Yeah, I felt bad for my mom. It was only
Nah,
two
we
of
were
us.
eating.
We was killing.
By the time, and then when Keith got out of that phase, when he got to the point where he was eating, and then Kyron was there too, and then my dad, like it was just no food ever.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, "There's you guys like." Sometimes she would just send us outside, like just go play because when you're in here, you're just eating.
Yeah.
Like just go do something, just get out.
That
Which
bored eating, you just
we was
eating
like
to be
cool,
eaten.
like that for us. That was like dope, especially when I got older. Like when they didn't want us in the house, we was like, cool, freedom. We'll see y'all
Right.
when the street lights come on. You know,
Right.
we out.
Mhm.
But when we was just in the house, they was just like, why are you in the kitchen again? And
Yeah.
it did get to a point where I didn't want to eat when my mom and dad were there because I just felt like they was like, you just keep eating.
Yeah.
Like when I finally got like a job and stuff, then it was like I'm putting in on stuff. And It
Right.
was like not a big deal. But like before that, it was like, I'm just gonna leave, man. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go
Did you have the
somewhere.
things like there's some things you won't eat? Like my mom got mad at me. I didn't eat peas or lima beans or Brussels sprouts back then, and I was like, it was those three things. I'm like, hey man, we can. I was that sit-in guy at those things. I would pick. It'd be like a mass of vegetables. I
You
pick
talking
all
about
the
like
peas
what
out.
you would get a pass on?
Yeah.
Lima beans, I got to pass. I just can't.
Oh,
I
no,
can't.
I
ate
ate
whatever
no
they put on my
vegetables.
damn
The
plate.
only thing I
Because
got,
I'm gonna eat
I ate
broccoli and
everything.
cauliflower and other
Yeah.
shit.
I
but
got a pass on
peas?
okra. That's the only thing I ever got a pass on was
Chitlins.
okra.
I
It
got a
just
pass on
looked
chitlins.
weird.
Oh,
Well,
you said
chitlins,
chitlins?
that was
Well,
just
yeah,
like
that's
my
not a
mom
meat,
was
yeah.
experimenting. She's like, "You want to try that?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
try
sure.
it." And
Yeah.
I was always a good vegetable eater though.
Yeah, I
Like
did
greens had to grow on me
Yeah.
because the greens I'd be like, yeah.
I didn't get
but
greens till
would
I got hot
power
sauce
through
with it, and then I
we
was
never
like,
had
ooh.
Brussels sprouts. I would hear about it in TV, but we
Ew.
never had it in
And
the
the thing
home.
about Brussels sprouts sound expensive. They've always been cheap.
Yeah.
They've always
Brussels
been cheap.
sprouts. Like we never had Brussels sprouts
No.
growing up. I would just hear it on TV and be like,
Like,
"Ugh, what's
Brussels
that?"
sprouts, we can't
Yeah.
afford that.
Yeah.
I didn't like Brussels sprouts, so somebody showed me it with bacon, and I was like, "Oh, it's
No,
so
I never even
new
cooked Brussels sprouts.
I didn't until I got avocado.
Yeah, I've never even. It was just.
Brussels
Nah.
sprouts are good.
I didn't know
Now I'm
nothing about
hooked
them.
because of Sabrina.
No, you
Yeah,
know where I
they're
had
good.
them at? What's that Chinese restaurant? In the
B.F.
Burbank.
Chang's?
No, the other one.
Wong's.
Oh, Volcano.
Volcano,
Volcanoes.
yeah.
That's the first time I had them like different, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, yo," because I think Takara Williams was like, "Get the Brussels sprouts." I was like, "Ew, no," and she's like, "Nah, they good here," and I'm like, "Man, I tried some of hers." I was like, "Yo,
Yeah, they right.
But I still
like
don't
vegetables.
like lima beans.
hell no,
Yeah.
I won't
Lima
eat
beans are
peas
just.
or lima beans."
They were always part
for
of the mixed vegetable
Right.
mix.
And that was the part I didn't want. So I'd be
Yeah,
like, Mom,
no.
I will eat the carrots. I will eat
Yeah.
the corn. I will eat just please.
I picked that shit out.
Not these. And
Yeah.
she'd be like, all right. Because plus I was such a good eater. I'm like, this is my one thing.
Right, give me
Just
a pass.
please.
I pick peas out of shrimp fried rice. I'll pick every single pea out of
I
every
love
dish.
peas.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
a
like
fan of the peas.
I would just
I
eat a
love
bowl
But I
of
won't
that.
pick them out. But I'm not a fan of them.
Especially
pick that
sweet
shit out.
peas.
Yeah.
Little salt
Oh
and pepper.
man, that's a
Oh.
good time right
And
there.
Cooked corn is not that
Oh.
impressive
Oh, I
to me.
love
either.
it.
Wait,
Sign
corn,
me up.
corn on the cob went
love
off the
it.
grill.
When
Corn
I
on the
came-
cob off the grill. is
Sign
amazing.
me
You know what?
up.
I'm so sorry. I said corn. I mean to say carrots.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Cooked carrots.
I
I'm
get
not a
Cream
carrots.
corn is
Yeah.
disgusting.
I like cream
I
corn.
like cream
too.
corn.
I
Cream corn
like
with
cream
pork
corn.
chops. Oh,
Tony,
Man.
what don't you like?
I never liked onions growing up.
I feel you.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh, onions was my go-to, please.
I feel you. I only started doing
Oh.
onions and food chopped up. It's got to be chopped finely in food.
I slowly grew into like
Yeah.
onions, like you know.
I get the flavor
if
stuff.
if they still like if they throw red onions on something, I'd get out.
Oh,
Man,
I
onion
love
rings?
you
the
tripping,
flavor.
bro?
Onion rings was. whew,
I don't like
that
just
was
bite. Yeah, I
special.
never did onion rings. I
I
don't like
never
just
liked the
biting into
texture.
an
Onion rings
Yeah.
are disgusting to me.
What?
But I love the flavor of onions.
It's
Right.
like fried chicken onion rings.
Ah, disgusting.
But
I like the
are you talking
crust.
about real
Fried
ones
chicken
or
onion, I
like
wish.
Burger King? Because the real ones I be eating, and the ones from fast food are trash.
I don't like the real onion rings, but I do like Carl's Jr.'s onion rings. The ones
No,
they put.
those are-
No, those are
on the
terrible. If the
Western
whole
bacon.
onion come out on the first bite,
Right.
nah.
And the crust is trash.
Yeah.
The batter is
I can't
ass.
do it, y'all.
We got
Any
another
more
question.
questions?
Oh yeah, for sure. This question's a good
'Cause
one.
y'all know once we get on food, we be like, and then
Yeah,
we
we
Yeah,
just
'cause
talk.
I'm like, I'm still stuck on the corn. I was like, because if you ain't have corn, when you come to LA,
Yeah.
you get that corn with
I
the
hate
mayonnaise.
elote.
I
Yes.
hate that.
I hate that. That looks.
It's
What?
I don't like. The
I like it in
cottage
a cup,
cheese.
though.
I don't like it.
No,
I
I
like
love
it in the
it.
cup.
I
Was
got
it
turned out.
cojita?
I was against it. I was like, "Oh, who puts mayonnaise on
Cojita?
corn?"
I
And
love
was like,
that.
Ooh.
I like
Another
corn,
question.
man.
Elote.
All right, so question from G Prime again, man. This is a good question though. Like,
What you got, G?
how would you feel if your kids followed in your footsteps and sucked? Would you encourage them to stick with it or give it up? Would you ghostwrite for them?
Nah, man. I grew up in a house where if you sucked, that was just it. You gotta. But it depends. What if he sucked at delivery but was a great writer? I'd be like, hey man, maybe you should start writing or whatever. He was a performer. I was like, maybe you should go into acting. Maybe stand up and your thing. I would try to find. Now, if he was just trash and unfunny, I'd be like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, 'cause like I said, I was raised I don't know if it was wrong or right, but I was raised and like my dad, when my brother kept trying to play sports, but he's like, I'm not wasting my money on this anymore. Like I'm not doing this. And I don't even think Keith had a beef with it. He was just like,
that's right.
He was like, I'm not.
Keith probably felt pressure to play sports.
I
He
think he
probably
did.
didn't want to.
But what if they passionate though? They following in your
Oh,
footsteps.
shit,
They
that's the
passionate,
worst.
but they suck.
I'll be like, we got to challenge this somewhere else, bro. You're not good. Like you're not.
That's
You're
a
not
tough
good.
one, man.
How old we
I might
talking?
not even say you're not good.
I can't
don't
have you
think I
out
would
there
have it
trash,
hard.
and I know you're trash. If I'm telling my friends the truth, I'm not gonna let my child be trash. If my friends was doing something trash and I tell them, I'm not gonna let somebody I really, really care
But
about
they
and
love it though, Keon.
Well, find your thing within that.
One thing that I would definitely support them. I have so many scripts written. I might be like, here, look, if you do it for your age, do it this way. Go ahead out there.
But you're
there's-
channeling.
Yeah,
That's
but there's
what
so
I'm saying.
many people out here that are trash that I'm not gonna be like, you're more trash than him. 'cause
Yeah, I wouldn't-
he's trash and he's successful.
Right.
So
That's fair.
You trash to me, but maybe you have a select audience out there that loves your trash.
I mean, that's true.
That's the thing. Like, if I'm not, like if I get asked specifically my opinion, I'm gonna give you the real. I'll be like, well, this ain't really my flavor. With the special, these are my kids, sugarcoat, but not really. But I would make sure to never discourage, because I would hate to have that on my resume. Like, yeah, my dad just never believed in it. when they got a documentary they on or something, my dad he never believed in it. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. So I would just be like,
So they come to you. They've been bombing
yeah.
for shows and that. Dad, am I good? What is it?
And I'd just be like, I mean,
they're bombing, taking L's.
I would tell them what I would tell another comedian. I was like, all right, so, and I'm watching them. I assume I'm watching and seeing what's going on. You're not connecting with this material, or I would just give them like notes on either material, premises, crowd connection, this, that, and the third. And then
So they be
if
like,
they
but you,
work
so
on
you
that-
agree I'm trash right now.
if they say that about
Yeah.
themselves, I'll be like, man, you just ain't connecting. Like, you're not clicking with the audience. Like, I don't know if your delivery, like, I'll give notes, like specific notes, like your delivery is off. Like you don't even look the audience in the eye. Your premises never match with the audience, this, that, and the third. And then, I don't think I would have a sack to be like, you suck.
I couldn't do it harsh. Like I couldn't do my normal Keon thing with my child.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that, but I would still tell them that they're not good, but in a nicer way. But again, like I said, okay, maybe here is where you're losing them, or maybe I'm not gonna be like, you gotta give it up.
That was another part of the question. Would you tell them to give it up?
No, I think I would, because I'm like, first of all, I see him already, both of them. They're naturally funny people.
Mm-hmm.
So if they started doing stand up and they're not good, I'm like, okay, well, this is why this is not working. It's not because you don't know what funny is. It's not because, it's whatever this thing. And like Craig was saying, there's people way worse that are doing well. So we'll figure it out.
Right.
We'll figure it out. But I wouldn't hit them with the hard, you suck. And I wouldn't tell them to quit. And unless they were, if they were like bad, like just if the joke writing's bad, and then I might be like, maybe this isn't for you.
Keelan's 23, still doing butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks. Making shirts, but nobody buying them.
At 40.
Butt
not
cheeks.
20, at
And
40.
honestly, if they bad enough, they not gonna need you to tell them to stop.
All right.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
audience
I mean,
silence would
yeah,
say,
they gonna-
But
gonna
there's
be-
comedians out there that keep doing
They
this and they
keep doing
suck
it.
continuously.
I
for
just, as a
years.
parent, I couldn't be the one to be like, nah,
Nah.
you don't need to be doing this. I'm gonna still probably be supportive.
I gotta see if they happy too.
Yeah,
Like if they really enjoy doing this, but they suck, but they just having a good time.
you gotta be.
I gotta give them that.
Some of my favorite comedians have kids that do stand up that suck.
Yeah.
But I see where they're like, okay, they don't take their kids on the road, nothing. They
Right.
A lot of people don't even know they're related. They just have the same last name. It's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you
Well, that's-
support from a distance.
That's fair. Then, like, okay, you don't have to, I guess you don't have to tell them, like, this ain't for you, but, like, I'm not going to put my stuff on the line for you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're not
cool
good,
with that.
if you're, I don't know if this is for you, but if you love it, continue to do it. But I'm not, hey, if that's something your passion project,
Mhm.
that's fine. But Yeah, I can't.
Oh yeah, I ain't supporting this shit. Like I ain't going to the shows or nothing like that. If you do that.
I'm not.
I'm gonna go to some shows
Well,
just to
I
peep
mean,
game, but
just-
like you can't go on the road if you ain't.
Y'all booked on the same show, DC.
Oh,
Oh, well,
hell,
then I'm gonna do the show.
I'm doing a show. We gonna both get this money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take no money out my baby pocket, but after she ain't.
I can't be at every show and you
Yeah.
because I know how I feel when just friends of mine are bombing.
Oh, it's so bad.
If my kid was bombing, I feel terrible in that audience watching. I'd be like, oh God.
I
Come
remember
out there with the
before.
aggressive-
I save my kid.
Man.
I get on the stage. Would you become like a double show? I'd be on stage with them. Y'all ain't laughing, but y'all like me, huh?
But if you take that bomb with him, if you come like,
Yeah,
I'm
bomb
gonna
as a
save
family?
you.
Yeah.
Bomb as a unit.
You just hold his hand on stage, like we'll be all right. son."
Yeah.
You know, when I first met Damon Jr., I didn't know he was Damon's son because he was going by Kyle Green. I mean, let me tell you that I looked at him and I thought that, I wonder if, okay, but I don't know, and then so he went by Kyle Green. So I would definitely encourage the alias early on, right? I'd be like, hey man, before you start using our name, right? Let's pick a name. You know
when
what I mean?
did you meet him?
Some shows.
How did you not know?
No, I'm saying like when did you meet him?
It was early on when I kind of first got to LA. I want to say somewhere around 2010ish.
Nah, it wasn't even Damon then.
I mean, like I said,
already did Def Jam by that time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I was at
I
a
heard
mic.
about him
I was at a
before,
mic, and I first saw him as Kyle Green. And I remember Vinny was there. It's the first time I met him, and maybe a Fu. I don't know if Fu was there or not,
I
but
think I met Damon Jr. after I saw him on Def Jam.
maybe.
So
But like I
already
said,
knew.
he was still going by, and it might have just been for that one mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he might not just want to like hype people. I don't know, but it was the Kyle Green.
Oh no,
Def Jam
he
was
went
funny,
by
man.
Kyle Green because a lot of people, when he was coming to the stage, that even on his Def Jam set, they were like, "You seen him on In Living Color? Give it up for Damon
Hilarious.
Wayans Jr." The junior comes late, so
Oh.
they're like, "Oh, Damon's here."
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then you have to start. It's like, oh
Yeah.
no, just call me Kyle Green. Let me get up there and get this joke.
Right.
I remember.
I would encourage an alias.
me and Damon.
Early on.
Me and
Yeah.
Damon was in the Cayman Islands, right? And then
Flex.
You
Yeah, it's
see?
a little flex.
So you talk about me. Look how he
Flex.
started.
You're
right?
right.
With his
Little
shades
flex.
on and
Another
his,
little
and his
flex.
bucket hat.
in Cayman Islands, crabs walking across the street, iguanas everywhere. But listen, that's neither here or there. Before we was walking to the show, and this dude goes, he goes, "Don't let me down. We love your
Jesus.
father." He tells him that. And I was like, is this the shit that Damon Jr. has
Oh,
to
yeah.
deal with all the time?
That's
Like,
tough, man.
he told
Probably
me
not
straight, I
anymore.
swear, just like that.
Yeah.
Don't let us down tonight. We love your father.
Like, why would
I
you
was
even
like,
say that?
I
to
was
him?
That's
like,
tough.
And he started around the time when his dad stopped.
Mhm.
One of his breaks that he took. So when this guy is bringing you to the stage, the crowd's like, "Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Damon's back in
Yeah.
stand up. Oh, it's his kid. Oh,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That
then
deflation.
having a dad who was like a beast.
Right.
Mhm.
And then a dad who's like really honest with you. Like Damon told me like a hilarious story about after Def Jam. He killed on Def Jam.
Mhm.
And he said, Big Damon was like, "So how you think you did?" He was like, like a 7. He was like, "Exactly." Just pulled off.
You pulled off?
But I was like, well, how'd that make you feel? He was just like, all right, well, I got a beast. But I understood, it's like the parenting is so. You gotta. I think going back to the original question, I think it depends on your child's temperament. How I would respond, honestly.
Mhm.
If I had that kid who could take it,
Oh, yeah.
then I'm gonna give it to. If I had the
Mhm.
kid that's a little more sensitive,
Mhm.
then I'll try to. I think my dad, like looking back, I think my dad delivered stuff to me the way he did because he's like, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like you can,
He can deal
you
with
can,
this.
You can deal with it.
Tough
You're-
skin.
You'll be, yes, you're gonna be pissed at first. I had times I wanted to fight him physically so many times. Dude, I'm just like, bro, like, what do you want? But then I'm like, right after I'm in the backyard, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure he never says shit again. Like that. So he knew how to push me.
Yeah.
But if he would have said something to Kyron and Keith, they'd be like, I'll never play again. You know what I mean?
That'd be the little delicate
yeah.
Yeah.
balance.
Depends on
in
your
watches.
child.
You don't
That's
want to
what
completely
I
discourage.
do that with my son. I low key hate, but to everybody else, I'm like, nah, this nigga. But to him, I
Yeah.
low key hate just to make him know that you always got to continue to
Right.
work
Mhm.
hard, even
Oh,
if
he
you
just
went
had-
for
he just
30.
him on the
He
ground.
could have had 40.
He just had a hell of a bang out.
Right.
I seen
I
that.
seen
Good
Craig
little
post. I
weekend.
said,
Craig post that, man. I was
Good
like,
little
woo.
weekend.
Mhm.
Good so we can
I
try and
said,
get them offers coming.
I get it though. I get it. You have to do that, and you got to humble your kid. If my dad would have praised me like the world did, I wouldn't, man. So he was like, I got to make sure, like, yes, when he's around other adults, hey man, my son, blah blah blah. But when it came to me, and I didn't know this till later, when it came to me, he was always like, hey man, but you, like you said, you had 20, you could have had 30. If you wouldn't have missed that free. Because if you would have just rolled with everybody else, I would have just been big headed.
Right.
You would have been home. You wouldn't been practicing nothing.
Right. So he was always like, but look at him. He's better than you. Even when he knew somebody wasn't, he would tell me like he's better than you. And I'd be like, you think he's better than me? He'd be like, you see that kid right there? That coach likes him. You know, blah blah. And I'm like,
I'm all in, man. I think that I don't think there's enough failure she could do that I go like, this ain't for you. I just be like, let's just keep working, especially if it's writing. I'll be like, just keep writing until you find something that hits, because it's just about putting up shots. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get 1 million books, write 1 million fucking scripts, 1 million fucking TV shows. One is gonna hit somewhere. You know what I mean? I use my little connections, and guess what? Now you have a fucking deal. You know what I mean? It's just like you'll eventually get there, even if it's stand up. I'm just like, you just gotta. But my thing is like, you're gonna have to do. If I see you doing the work and you suck, I don't care. Let's just keep doing it until it hits, because it will hit.
Right.
You know, I feel like the work is always going to be the deciding factor. You're not gonna work that hard and it's not gonna hit.
Amen.
But my thing is that it's like, all right, well, if you're gonna learn to write, you gotta come work for free. I'm gonna put you through the grinder. You're gonna start off as a writer's assistant. First, you're gonna start off as a PA and just get coffee and shit. You know what I mean? Then you're gonna be a writer's assistant. You gotta go through that horrible job. You know. I told Cotty had the first day. She came. Cotty's first day as writer's assistant. She was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know it was gonna be like this." I was like, "Oh, it's the worst job. It's the worst job.
Sucks.
The job sucks."
As a spouse of a writer's assistant, it sucks.
Oh, it sucks.
Why does it suck for you?
Huh?
Does it
She
suck
just be
for you?
doing everybody else's work.
That's the job.
And then she's just doing stuff all the time. And she's just so busy. I'm a single parent out here. I'm like, this is trash. For what? And I'd be like, for what? Like, what are you getting at it? And I understand what she's getting at it. But I'd be like, this is
long game.
In the short game of it, I'm like, this is stupid. What are they sitting here doing? And you working all types of nights.
And it's just getting started. That's what I'm like. This is we're in the weekend, if that. I was like, it's about to just get worse when production's gonna be worse.
I'd be like,
and a lot of times you think you got that joke that fits right there, and they be like, no, what are you typing? We need.
What are you typing?
Yeah.
Who told you? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Why you change the words? Yeah. No,
and then if an email don't get sent, oh Lord. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
And but what Chaz said too, I'm a big fan of nepotism, by the way.
Man, hell yeah.
Especially when it comes to white people have been doing this forever.
Hell yeah.
They do it in every field. You see families of cops, families of firemen.
Hell yeah. It's everywhere. Legacy schools. You can get a look. You can suck and just get into Harvard because you're somebody's kid.
It's everywhere.
Because I feel like we're the only ones who don't want to use it. Like I see every other culture use it.
You gonna earn that.
Like, you gotta do it on your own. I had to go. Fuck that. If I can make it easier on my kids, you damn right. Right. Yeah. You damn right. We gotta roll in the movie.
Silver platter. Yo, when DJ Khaled had his kid as an EP and he's 5, I was like, you goddamn right, DJ Khaled.
Not mad at it.
Right.
At all.
I feel like we're the only ones that kick our kids out at 18. Like, as soon as you got to get your own place. You got to, man.
Yeah, it's hard out there.
What do you need to make life tremendously easier for you?
Right.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, because really, how many 18-year-olds are going to go out there and be successful?
And nowadays.
This shit hard.
Right.
It's hard out there. At 18, you broke.
Right. I'm all for
you
it.
broke with no past of any type of work history.
Credit, no experience.
Just there.
No, I'm giving all the helping, all of it.
Yeah, my dad helped me tremendously.
Bro, I'm literally saying I wrote this written by us.
Pops helped us a lot.
Yeah, he did. He did. He encouraged me all the time.
I'm calling it all kind of favors. Oh, Keelan, you want to act? Chaz, he needs a part.
Got it. That's how easy that shit's gonna be. Got it. We're not doing all that shit. Let me tell you that a casting director.
Nah, hell no.
Casting director's like, I have somebody better. I have the person already. Right. You want to keep your job? Put them on the list.
Well, they do have
along with you if they're doing the work.
Yeah,
they just want stuff handed to them.
They have to be prepared because if they make your production day go long and over, you gonna be like,
yeah.
You getting a spanking when you get home.
Get pulled to the side. Tough.
But I'm your son.
You drop that line.
Word, my son.
Yo, Cam, where we at, man? All right, we
Oh,
out of here,
yeah,
man.
that's it.
Look out.
Y'all want to do one more?
Nah.
That was a
Nah,
good
man.
one.
DC got to get out of here.
Nah. Oh yeah, DC do gotta go.
Mhm.
Me too, though.
So
Let's get out.
thank y'all for the questions. Shout out to the questions. Center.
Love questions episodes.
Question
Love
day.
it. Yeah, question day is always a good
You have
time.
new evidence on anything? Rick Ross, whatever.
Question
Put
Oh
it in
yeah,
there.
Put in the
always
comments.
hit us up with
If
the
you got
new
the
evidence.
new evidence.
We'll humbly accept the new evidence.
Keep commenting.
Yeah,
Should
we
be
love
fun.
them
Keep doing it.
comments.
You see, we apologize to each other. We ain't above none of this,
Yeah,
man.
man. You know what I'm saying? I thought the Far Side was from the Bay. They just had that Bay vibe, man.
Nah, Fat Lip used to be on Hollywood. Now I got
now-
all the confidence.
now he
Now he confident, man.
Used to always be on Hollywood.
They just didn't
Boulevard,
look
man.
like the LA cats of the early 90s, man.
Man, Imani, man, come on, stop playing.
They didn't.
They was all Pasadena. Come on, man, stop playing.
That whole vibe, man. I was
Hey,
like,
Craig
oh,
need to
it's
pick
LA?
a coast. I'm sick of this.
Yeah,
I'm
sick of the
bi-coastal. I'm from
two-sided
New Cali. I'm from
bi-coastal.
New Cali. I always say Cali,
Nah.
York.
Cali,
Laker,
yeah.
Nick
Pick a
fan.
Pick a coast. Sick of
that.
that.
Get your tickets to Tony Bacon and Friends Live Volume 2.
Got your
on
ticket.
sale now. $15.
What's the date?
February 12th. So get your
Okay.
tickets.
So
Get your
next,
tickets.
not this Friday. Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Okay.
Scoop your tickets up now. They on sale. Click the link in
That
my
lineup
bio.
fire too.
It's we got Ida Rodriguez, we got
Oh,
Eric
okay.
Griffin, we got
Okay.
Kev on
Okay.
stage,
His
we got
nose makes
Gina
me laugh.
Yashere, and we got Tony Rock. So
Mm.
Come
pull
on,
up.
man.
It's gonna be a
Nice
great
little
show.
lineup.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And I'll have a new bakery shirt coming out. Bakery 7 is coming soon. So stay on the lookout for that. DC, you got anything?
Prove It shirts are coming.
Yeah.
I'm about to go scoop them up now.
Yeah.
And Orlando Improv, February 3rd through the 7th. Marlon Wayans, come through. Pull up.
Oh, that's this weekend?
That's tomorrow.
Oh, snap.
Oh, you fly out today?
I fly out tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Same day, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, tomorrow, Tuesday?
Tomorrow's
Tomorrow's
Wednesday.
I'm flying out tomorrow.
Okay.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Dope.
Keon?
For Black History Month, everything is free shipping right now.
Oh,
So I was
look
like,
at
people need
you.
to support black businesses, but then I was like, I can't be asking people to support black businesses and not get them something in return to do so. So everything is free shipping right now.
Come on, Keon.
KeonPoli.com.
Free shipping.
And Keon's All Star Team, every Tuesday. I think we're gonna be taking a short break. I'm not sure. I'll know more by next week. But yeah, thank you guys for supporting it again. It grows every week. And that is it. No show dates, I don't think.
Gregory?
Big on BT.
Mm.
That's it
Yeah.
right now.
It's right now. Streaming right now.
Streaming right now.
Right now.
I don't know the date yet. February. I don't know what in the month. My new show, the show I produced and wrote on, called Millennials, is coming to.
Hell yeah.
They changed the network name. It's not UMC anymore. It's All Black Network.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Is it
coming
all
to
black?
the All Black Network.
Okay.
I actually like that name.
Yeah, and so I know it's coming in, but hop
ABN.
on UMC / All Black. If you don't have, I think it's 5 a month, 6 a month, something like that. And yo, support that. It's gonna be. It's. I'm so excited about that show. So hyped about Millennials, dog.
Turn up.
So
All
hyped.
right. All right, y'all.
So
If y'all
hyped.
got any questions
so
for us,
hyped.
ask us in the
I'm
comments.
so excited.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I was like, you see him trying to close out.
Close out.
He looked like an
Just
angry
kept
parent.
it going.
Like, why do you do that?
God damn.
I
All
saw
right.
him doing it. I'm like, why do you keep doing this?
If you got questions for us, ask us in the comment section on the YouTube and title it all caps question so it pops, and we'll tackle them on the show, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here. You.